Another day, another wonderful day, another fine day, another beautiful day. We get together and we have conversations. We get together and we talk. We get together and we have conversations about things that are happening, things that are taking place, things that have happened, things that will happen in our community. Today, it's going to be another day for us to dive into some conversations that might seem a little bit sensitive, but these conversations are important. These conversations are necessary. These conversations uh, it's a must do. It's a must have. It's one of those conversations where you just have to be part of. Like I said, it's going to be deep. It's it means a lot to me. That's why I decided to talk about it. Now it's not like um this is the first time someone is coming up with this conversation, or this is the first time this conversation is surfacing. No, this is a conversation that has been going on behind the scenes for so many years, for so long. We've had these conversations in our family meetings. We've had these conversations in within our close circle with friends. We've had this conversation even when sometimes we argue and we flare and we're disappointed. We've had this conversation um, in so many rooms, in so many places. But one thing is certain. Nobody wants to talk about this in public. Nobody wants to have this conversation in public. Nobody wants to be that person who gets thrown under the bus, or that person who gets hit either from this side or the other side. Nobody wants to be that person who puts their face out there and start this difficult conversation. I call it a difficult conversation because, especially when you want to be honest, when you want to be sincere, when you want to, okay, this is what is happening, or this is what is happening. Maybe the person on the other side, maybe the people on this side will not be contented with the information spilling. And most of the times, the information we even want to spill, or maybe the examples you want to give, or maybe some of the things you want to talk about, is probably coming from your experience with the people you have met, your experience with the people your experience with the few. Because trust me, when it comes to population, when it comes to our community, the population is crazy. You understand? So, for you to really jump into a conclusion, for you to really jump into, okay, this group of people are like this, you must have spoken or interacted with at least 4 feet of their population. Then you can be conclusive. Then you can start saying, okay, this is what I think, or that is what I think, or uh, at the end of the day, is it even fair to have that judgmental mindset about a group of people? Especially because we know a group of people evolve, a group of people change. They start as a group of people, and then tomorrow they are this group of people. They start as this group of people, and tomorrow they are this group of people. Would it not be fair for us to, you know what? Instead of us judging and judging, and instead of us concluding and concluding on this group of people, maybe we should just listen to them, talk to them, know their own side of the story, know what they think, know how they feel, understand them, continue to understand them. Because at the end of the day, what we're looking for is how we can live together as a community, how we can live and help each other, how we can live and help the world, how we can, as a people, just put our energy and everything together and help the world. Um, like I said, it's going to be a sensitive conversation. I'll try to not push out my opinion. I'll try to talk more from um my experiences. My experiences is still going to be my opinion. Even if I say I'm going to talk from my own research, my research is still going to be my opinion, because at the end of the day, I'm going to talk from what I know. You understand that? At the end of that's why it's important for us to have more like a conversation with other people. It will be important for us to have other people sit and we hear their different opinions on this topic, what they think, and how we can actually. 1 second. Hello. Hello. So yeah, have their different opinions on this topic. But like I said, it's important we start talking about it. It's high time we start having these conversations. Like I said, the conversation has already been in family meetings. We have already discussed this at veteran clubs when we go to play. We have discussed this when we go to whether the bar or whatever. We've talked about this in our family meeting. We've talked about this in our meetings. We talk about this everywhere. So why can we not just bring it to the public? Why can we not just bring it to somewhere where people can come in and have honest opinions? People can come out and just share in their experiences and share in what they know. So that way we can actually sit and analyze and say, oh, you know what? With this condition, with this problem that we think we have, maybe this is a proper solution. Maybe this is a proper solution. Now, I'll say something. What actually motivated me, what actually inspired this life is my brother Agbo Gibet. And for those of you who know, you know how much love and respect I have for him, not just him, his opinion, and what he's been trying to do for our community for more than 25 years. Agbo Gibet is somebody who I don't just love him, I admire him every now and then. That is one person I try to mirror myself with. That's one person I try to, like you're working, you're investing in building the community. You need to have somebody who is doing it or who has done it. So you like, okay, based on the workload he has put out or based on the work he has done, where am I right now? Gilbert is that person for me. And not only because of his work, but also because of his character. For those who watched the video the other day, we were talking about friendship. And Gilbert was one of the persons who jumped on the show, and his contribution was wonderful. This is one person who is very, very blatant. I think that is the word. Is very, very honest with his opinion. Sometimes his opinions can actually crack open the earth. Sometimes he can go so far, so deep that you might start to feel like, okay, but on the other side of Gilbert is a very, very friendly person. He is one of those persons who can look you in the eyes and tell you straight to your face that, okay, this thing that you're doing, these are the repercussions, or this is how I feel about it, or blah, blah. Like, he will look you straight in the eyes and just tell you what he thinks. So he made a few posts, I think day before, 2 days ago, and then yesterday, no, not even yesterday, today, 8 hours. And I think that conversation, for me, when I read whatever he posted, that was when I was like, you know what, it is high time we start having this conversation in public. I am not the one bringing the conversation in public. Gilbert probably might not be the one who is bringing the conversation in public, but it's high time we have the conversation in public, because at the end of the day, when people disrespect each other because of this conversation, they do it most of the times in public. When people decide to grab opportunities from others just because of this conversation, they do it in public. When people decide to point others, mock others, laugh at others, or drag down others, or I don't like do so many negative things that they do to others because of this conversation, most of the times they do it in public. The bad thing is you never even know it's because of this conversation that they're doing that to you. It's because of this mindset that they have that they're doing that to you. So for me personally, I just feel like, by the way, I see a few people watching. Please, I want to know where you're watching from. Go ahead and comment. Go ahead and just let us know if you know already about the conversation. I know most of you know, because I sent out a few, I've sent out messages to a few people, and we actually posted on Twitter. So you probably already know, but then let us know where you're watching from, most important. And I want to make this interactive. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and ask. If you have any questions that you think, if you know any person that you think can be best for this particular conversation, because for today we're just going to lay the groundwork. We're just going to talk. We're just going to talk about some few things that I know or I understand or I lived. You understand? But moving forward, we're going to have guests. We're going to bring in people who are versed with knowledge, people who understand these things, people who have lived these things. We're going to bring them to get their own side of the story. And at the end of the day, what we are looking for is a way forward. What we are looking for is a way forward. In 2016, a group of people came up and they were like, hey, we feel like we are marginalized. We feel like we have a problem. We feel like this is a problem. We feel like this is a concern. We feel like This thing, we want answers. We want solutions. We want someone to talk to us. We want someone to explain to us what is happening. From 2016 to now, it's 8 years down the road. And you still have kids who have not gone to school for 8 years, at least 7 years. All because a group of people decided, okay, we want answers, we want solutions, we want to understand what is happening. How we got to that, it's still difficult for anyone to explain. I look at it like we had a problem. We had a problem that was not simple. You understand? And then a few leaders felt like we needed explanations. We needed someone to talk to us about it. We need someone to put this to the table. We need someone to come to the table and explain to us what is happening. And then along the way, a group of other people with their own narrative and their own mindset, and I don't know, whatever, they hijacked the whole thing and then they pushed it to their own narrative. They pushed it to what they wanted. I don't know if it was for themselves or it was still for everyone. But then, like I said, 8 years later, we find ourselves where we find ourselves today. I remember very well 8 years ago when they were calling for school boycotts and this and that and that and that. I told them, I don't think this is fair. One thing I know about fighting for what you believe in is it can take longer than you think. When you plan to fight for something you truly believe in, you should have at least a 20, 30, 40-year plan. You understand? Especially if it's something that it's your right. It must not be now, I want to get in now. No, you have to have a 20, 30, 40, 50, even 200 years plan. But then you fight, and wherever your energy fails you, you leave it for the next generation to continue. But you fight in an organized manner. So when they came up with all this, oh, we don't want school, oh, blah, 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 I was like, no, I feel like that is wrong. What if this thing is supposed to go on for 20 years? Are you guys telling us that a whole generation of children will not go to school for 20 years because we claim we are fighting for them? After this generation of people who did not go to school, what next? What next? And look at it, we are 8 years into the whole thing. There is a group of people who have not been to school for more than 8 years. We were having a conversation the other day, no, not for more than 8 years, so at least more than 7 years. We were having a conversation the other day on a WhatsApp group, and one person was actually telling us about a kid who is in a village, and this kid is not going to school or cannot even go back to class 5. Because all this thing happened when they stopped going to school when they were in class 5. Now they are telling this guy 7 years later to go back to class 5. So if this guy was in class 5, let's say he was 18 years old when he was in class 5. No, let's not even say 18. Let's say he was 11 years old when he was in class 5. 7 years later, he is 18. So we are telling an 18-year-old boy to go back to class 5. How mature is he with the uniform and maybe the beards and everything to go and sit? And then now with the 11-year-old kids, is that not some kind of punishment? So what I'm just trying to say is we need to have these conversations. We need to talk about these things, whether I would like it or not. We need to sit. We need to come to the table and have these conversations. It doesn't matter how angered we are. It doesn't matter how frustrated we are going to be. It doesn't matter how bad it's going to look. The most important thing is for us to find a way to have these conversations, to sit on the table, look at each other in the eyes and talk about these things and frown and argue. But at the end of the day, hug each other, go home, digest the conversation we've had, come back another time, talk about it until there is a clear path to where is better. There's a clear path to a better place. Until there's a clear path to a better place. If not, this is just another time bomb. If not, this is just another time bomb. Just like in the past. Whatever started in 2016, you think it started in 2016? No. It never started in 2016. I remember I was in UB with my cousin, my nephew, I don't know, one of those things. And the guy kept telling me about SCNC. Oh, we have an SCNC meeting. Oh, we have. And then I sat him down one day and I'm like, what is this whole SCNC? He started telling me, oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, we already have our money. Oh, we already have this, we already have that. And this guy was so passionate about the whole thing. This guy was so was soaked into the whole thing to an extent you will not even believe. I was actually older than him. Actually, I don't know. I don't even want to say smarter than him. But this guy will not listen to anything I wanted to say. He was just into that. Oh, we are SCNC, and one day we're going to blah 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 blah. And guess what? When the opportunity came, these guys grabbed the opportunity they grabbed the bull by the horn and tried to run with it. Like I said, if we had been having these conversations, at the end of the day, we were not having the conversation of maybe a one Cameroon or whatever. But these other people were actually having the conversation of we are SCNC, we don't belong to this country, we don't, all of these things. That was why when the opportunity presented itself, before people like you and me realized that, what is happening? They already grabbed it and they were running with it. And like I said, 7-8 years later, look at where we are. Now, this is a thing. I will not sit here and say, it is wrong for them to have that opinion. It is wrong for them to think like that. It is wrong for them to want to not belong to this community. It is wrong for them to know. I will not sit here and say they are wrong in thinking like that. They are wrong in challenging the status quo. They are wrong in challenging, in questioning certain things. I will never say that. It's their right. As a people, they have a right to challenge. They have a right to say, you know what, man, if people they're married, at one point in time, they will say, man, we don't want this thing again. No. So for me, it's their right. Go ahead and enjoy your rights. The only problem I have with them, with most of them, you see some of them in the comment section. Some of them are always commenting on my post. Is the fact that they feel like they have an opinion, but then other people like us should not have any opinion. They feel like they are in a far more better place to make decisions for me and you, and we don't have any right to challenge their decision. But they are out there actually challenging other people's decision. They are out there actually criticizing other people. They are out there actually doing things that if you try to do it to them, you realize that they'll be so angry, so frustrated, and whatever. And that is where the problem is. That was when I realized, hey, I don't think I want to be part of this thing. I don't think I want to be part of this ideology. I don't think no. If you feel like you want to be a free man, if you feel like you should have an opinion, if you feel like you can be a leader, that is the same way you should know any other person can be a free man, any other person can have an opinion, and any other person can be a leader. All we have to do as a community is come together, sit, and have these tough conversations. We must have these tough conversations. Don't go into blackmailing people. If you do this, you will not come here. If you are actually blackmailing me into doing what you want me to do, but then you turn around and complain that the other person is using some crude methods and some harsh methods and some bad methods to win the fight. Does that make any sense? So you are actually blackmailing me. You are threatening me. You are doing all of this stuff because you feel like I must listen to what you want, and I must do what you want. But then when the other person does it, or you are complaining that is what the other person has been doing, you lie, you're corrupt, you all these bad things that you complain about the other person, we see that in you. Like I said, it is high time we start having conversations. It's high time we start having tough conversations. The conversation today is going to be about Southwest and Northwest, or Northwest versus Southwest. That was what I termed it. Northwest versus Southwest, Southwest or Northwest. Southwest and Southwest versus Northwest, or Northwest and Southwest. Southwest versus Northwest to mean as Southwesterners a versus to Northwesterners, or are Northwesterners a versus to Southwesterners. And then Northwest and Southwest, or Southwest and Northwest, should mean as Southwesterners and Northwesterners supposed to be working together to achieve whatever they want to achieve in the future. Is it a compulsory thing? Is it an obligatory thing? Or is it just a good thing? So for a long time, there's this conversation. It's been in the corridors. I'm not the first one to talk about it. I will never be the first one to talk about it. Like I said, if the conversation about Anglophone and Francophone Cameroon has been existing for as long as from the day that they signed that thing in 1961, then also know that the conversation between Northwest and Southwest has been existing that long. Because at the end of the day, these two groups of people have always existed from 1918. Was it 1818 or 1918? No, 1918. 1918, when the French and the British decided to split a community or our communities. So, like I said, the conversation I want us to have, the conversation we are going to have every now and then is Southwest versus Northwest, or Northwest and Southwest. Are we in a versus situation, or are we supposed to be working together for a common goal, for a better future, for a better tomorrow? Now, one thing I think, one question I think we should answer at least before we move on is, how did we get to Southwest versus Northwest? Where did it come from? How did we get to a group of people being called Southwest and another group of people being called Northwest? And all of a sudden, it's either some people feel like it's a Southwest versus Northwest, or it should be a Southwest and Northwest. How did we get to these names? How did we get to that place where people will even sit and identify themselves? Oh, I'll be Southwesternan. How did we get to that place where a group of people will sit and identify themselves as, oh, I've been Northwesternan? When did it start? How it started? What were the intentions about the people who actually grouped us into Northwest and Southwest? What were their intentions? Did they actually understand us? Did they actually value our cultures? Did they actually understand us, understand our values, understand everything we stand for? Did they actually understand if we were a group of people before they decided to say Northwest and Southwest? Or they understood all of this very well, and by their own research and know-how and all of that, they decided, you know what, this group of these people will be better off as Northwest and Southwest. Southwest and Northwest started in, I think, 1918. Correct me if I'm wrong. Any person who is watching, if I say something that is not correct, please, guys, whether it's a date, whether it's anything, go ahead and drop us a comment. I want to see people commenting, please. I want us to make this interactive. Please, I want us to make this interactive. And let us know where you're watching from. Let us know where you're watching from. I see my sister Anita through. I see. Let us just continue the show. So, how did we get to Southwest versus Northwest? So many years ago, Africa was a peaceful place. We had our own challenges. We cannot take that away. We had our own challenges, but Africa was a beautiful place. I say a beautiful place because with the forestation, with the rivers, with the sun, with all of these beautiful things that we have, natural resources and all of that, natural food sources, and all of these things, I think our people were happy. Our people were just living life and they were just enjoying. And then all of a sudden, a group of people from somewhere discovered that this place was rich, discovered that this place had resources, discovered that this place has so much that we wanted for ourselves. And then there was what we call the scramble. The scramble was these people rushing to come and occupy territories in this community that today we call Africa. This group of people, I think that was before 1884, they were rushing. Now, this is history that I was taught in schools. I don't know if the history they were teaching us in school was the best, was real, but that is what we were taught. And growing up, if you take the history of Nigeria, you take the history of Cameroon, you take the history of Ghana, you take the history of other places, and even when you come to America, you read their history, you start to see that what I'm saying right here actually, I don't want to say coincides. It's not coincidence. It matches up with what most of the things that we were taught in school. So that was what happened. At first, there was a scramble. So this group of people who were Europeans, they discovered that Africa was rich. They discovered that Africa had resources. They discovered Africa had a lot of things that they did not have, or maybe they have in lower quantity. So they decided, you know what, let us go get some. And that was how they started rushing. The Portuguese came, everybody came. And at one point in time, there was some kind of fight over territory. Remember, Africans, we were there. We were fighting over territory also, but I don't think it was as bad as when these people came. And remember also, even when we were fighting about territories, right, we understood our values. We understood us as a group of people. We understood us as from our origin. So even when you were arguing with somebody, you knew very well that, okay, this person that I'm arguing with, we have that bloodline, the same bloodline. Even when you were arguing with somebody, okay, me and this person we still eat the same food. Me and this person we still. I'm trying to make a point, guys. So there was a scramble, first of all. That was before 1884. This guy started rushing Africa. These Europeans, whether it was the Portuguese, whether it was the British, whether everybody, Spain and all of these guys, because they were a little bit developed, they decided, you know what, we need to go in there and conquer territories. And that was how they came, convinced us, forced us, insist, whether we liked it or not, they actually conquered Africa. At one point in time, they said, you know what, we don't need to go down there and start fighting amongst ourselves. We don't need to do that anymore. We are actually smart people, and we all just want a piece of the cake, which is Africa. So let us have a meeting. Let us have a meeting. And in that meeting, we decide what are some of the things you're supposed to do if you go to a territory to make sure the other person that is coming know that there's already a conqueror. There's already one of us that's occupying that territory. And that was how they held one conference. I don't even know the name. I've forgotten the name, whatever. And not in Africa, but somewhere in Europe, these people decided to share Africa. As in, anybody who comes to a territory, hoist the flag, start teaching these people their national anthem and their way of life and all of that, you actually own that territory. No other person is supposed to infringe. If they wanted to do anything in that territory, they must go through you. That was how it started. That was how it started. I think 1884, the treaties were signed and whatever. If I remember very well, correct me if I'm wrong with those who are watching, please. So that was how they first came, and people occupied territories, people occupied lands. Fortunately or unfortunately, we that you call Cameroon today, we were actually annexed by the Germans. You all know of the story where Mr. Hewitt came late, right? We were annexed I don't even know. We were forced into a relationship with the Germans. Let me put it that way. And that was how the Germans managed us and managed us and managed us and managed us until after the First World War breakout, which was, I think, in 1911. And then it went on till when the Germans were defeated, because they had territories. It was not just Cameroon. They called it Cameroon. A K and a A and an MERUN. It was not just Cameroon. So back then we were speaking German. I remember very well my grandmama can actually speak German. My grandpapa speak German. You understand? So back then, we as a people, besides the original persons we were before the Germans came, we had our tribes. I don't even want to say tribes. We had our communities. You understand? We had our local languages. We had our local languages that we spoke. And guess what? That was how the Germans came and started forcing us with their language, which was German. Our parents, they learned because they made us believe this was a superior language, this was a better language, and even their lifestyle was a superior lifestyle and a better lifestyle. I don't know. So we started learning. And then they got defeated by the British and the French during the First World War. And that was how one of the punishments for the Germans was that all the territories that you had in Africa, we were going to confiscate them. Because you started this problem, because you started this fight, because Germany was actually fighting because they were trying to not only conquer Africa, they wanted to conquer the whole world. So even the people they sat in that meeting with, who they decided with that, okay, let's go and partition Africa. The German, for me, from what I've learned, the Germans were interested in conquering the whole world. They wanted the whole world to be under them. So not only Africa, even these other countries who are managing Africa to be under them. So whatever thing you're benefiting from Africa, you're going to give them a little bit. Or you're going to give them maybe half. I don't know. So the whole thing is about a group of people who came from somewhere, met a group of people who were a community, understand their values, understand their culture, understand everything about them. But then these people were like, no, it's not going to work this way. Germans conquered. After the First World War, the British and the French, which were the major people during the war who conquered the Germans, they decided, you know what, we're going to seize every territory that you had in Africa. I don't know if they seized all. but I know they seized most of the territories. And then they decided, how are we going to partition this? You know what? Nigeria, okay. This one, you will take this one. Oh, you will take. So Cameroon, unfortunately, we were a German territory. I don't know. I don't think Nigeria was ever a German territory. Cameroon, unfortunately, we were a German territory. So what was supposed to happen was they were supposed to. Apparently, these people must have already discovered that Cameroon was rich. By the way, back in the days, to know a country, or continent, or country, or community was rich, were they close to the coast, I mean the seaside, where they can go fish and they can also have animals. Now, when you're close to the seaside, it means you probably have rainforest. It means your soil is actually fertile and all of that. And that was how the Germans, the French, and the British decided to split Cameroon. And if you ever ask yourself, why is it that the part that the British took was really small and the part that the French took was really big? It's because if you look at from where the part that the French took, it did not have much of, let me say, like shores and all of that. And the British already had too much on their plate. So they say, no, we'll just give you this small part. And then you take all the other parts. That was how, when they colonized us, they also decided, you know what, if we be learn French, now so we go learn, if we learn German, now so we go learn French and English, whether I like it or not. Guys, I hope you guys are sharing. Like I said, at one point in time, we are going to bring in one or two persons to contribute, or we're going to open the phone lines and have you guys drop your opinion. Like I said, I beg, if I talk until we're not correct, when I make a man know, if I talk until I know, maybe date or anything, I know quote and fine. When I call me out, we are here to learn, we are here to share ideas. Maybe they tell me I don't do wrong with them for the past how many years, now even lie. You understand? So what? So the French and the British also said, hey, when I be learn German, when I go more learn English and French. And that was how they start insist. And then our parents had to move, our grandparents had to move from German that they learned or they were learning to now start learning how to speak either English or French, depending on who was actually managing you. So initially, or originally, that is where this whole idea of Southwest and Northwest originated. However, when the French and the British actually took over, they did not name it Southwest and Northwest. But guess what? It was already kind of like British Southern Cameroon. And then you had even the British Northern Cameroon. But then you have La République. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was what it was. We had the British Southern Cameroon, we had the British Northern Cameroon, and then we had La République. Now, maybe somebody is curious and like, oh, British Northern Cameroon. So where is British Northern Cameroon today? Like I said, this was after the First World War. After the Second World War, things got complicated. Things got more complicated. After the Second World War, countries were starting to ask for their independence. Countries who wanted to be on their own. Territories, let me not say countries, territories who wanted to be on their own. Oh, we don't want this. Oh, we don't want that. Oh, we don't. And that was how these people who thought, okay, you know what? At least we have exploited them enough. At least we already have a backup plan that can still help us exploit them, even though we are not managing them. That is what they call neocolonialism. Yeah, neocolonialism. We can still we have a backup plan where we can still exploit them, even though we are not managing them. That was when these guys were like, you know what? Let's free our hands. Oh, let's move away from. And then they tricked us to think we were independent. Now, during the independence, remember, we had Cameroon that was under German rule. It was one country, it was one nation, or it was one community. Let me not use the word country or nation. It was one community. And then after the Germans were defeated, right? What happened? This group of people came in, the British and the French, and they decided to split. Okay, you take this small part for Cameroon. And because the British had Nigeria already, which was big enough, they decided, you know what? We are not going to administer Cameroon as a community on their own. We're just going to add it to. So our British and Northern Cameroon, We are not going to administer it as their own territory on themselves. We're going to just add it to Nigeria. And that was how they added us to Nigeria. Now, I don't want to go into all those details because I don't really have I don't have fine information. Let me put it that way. Like I said, we're just kind of laying the foundation, the groundworks of how we got to Southwest and Northwest. So that was how they were managing us under Nigeria. At one point in time, what happened? So thank you, my brother Derek. So at one point in time, that was how when they decided, okay, now it's time for independence. These countries, this territory, these communities need to be independent. They came now to British Southern and Northern Cameroon. Oh, okay. How are we going to do about this? We had leaders. I don't even know if they were great men or whatever they were. At the end of the day, they were the leaders. Oh no, we need to join Nigeria. Oh no, we need to stay with Cameroon. Oh no, oh no, oh blah blah blah. For some reason, there was a referendum, and for some reason, in the referendum questions, it was just two: you want to stay with the British, or you want to come back to Cameroon, where you originally belong. British Northern Cameroon, they say they wanted to stay with Nigeria. Until today, they're still with Nigeria. That is part of Cameroon that is still with Nigeria. And it's going to be there for. However, British Southern Cameroon, we had leaders who thought, oh no, this is where we originally came from. Oh, when we went to Nigeria, they will shoot we with stone. Oh, they will treat we like second class or a third class or a fifth class citizen. They let their complaints, they argue, they make their arguments so well. And the referendum went to let's join Cameroon. And that was how they joined Cameroon. However, when they joined Cameroon, they had some documents signed. Yeah, we are coming back to Cameroon, but we're coming like this. And that's what I hear. I don't really get clear information about it. We're coming back like this. We're coming back like this. It's going to be one Cameroon, the federated system where we are these people and you are these people. And that was how they came up with the whole, I think, East and West Cameroon. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. That's how they came up with the whole East and West Cameroon, right? And the East, so it was a federated system. But then we had a president who overruled everything. That was how we would work as small, kunya. Now, at the end of the day, remember Cameroon was first of all one body. So along the line, these other people study nyati. Before you know it, it became, I think, unitary. It became like Republic. It became United Republic. I don't know. It moved from, I don't remember. Guys, if anybody remember, after the federal system, what did it turn to? It turned to a unitary state, I think. After a unitary state, before they moved it to, I think, La République du Cameroun, which means they went back to they're trying to go back to the original Cameroon. But the problem is, why call it La République Cameroun when La République Cameroun is more of the French name that was used when this part of the country or this part of the community was under the French. So it's making everything look more like an assimilation. At the end of the day, we were just one people. Fast forward. If I don't talk anything, you know, Corona, correct me. Taningwa say one region of Cameroon is trying to disturb the whole country. No, bro, trust me, we are going to have this conversation for different levels. Today, we want to establish the foundation of how we became Northwest and Southwest. You understand? That is what we're just trying to establish. And yeah, we'll just continue to get the conversation. When we'll bring in guests and all of that. Even you, if you want to be part of the conversation, we will invite you. My brother said there's nothing as Southwest and Northwest. We are one. You can feel it when we travel out of Cameroon. So we are one Cameroon, or we are Southwest and Northwest? That is the question. When you say there's nothing like Southwest and Northwest, so you say we are one, are you referring to us as one Cameroon, as Cameroonians, or you're referring to us as Southwesterners and Northwesterners? We do on our own, and then there is Cameroon? No. That's what I'm just asking a question, by the way. So yeah, that was how we moved from wherever we were to a unity state, and then from a unity state we went to what they call a Republic du Cameroon. I think today it's still a republic, or it's Republic of Cameroon, or It's still the same thing, like Republic du Cameroon. So when it became La Republic of du Cameroon, and that was when they started, you know what? Okay, let's branch into regions. Let's partition this into, and that was how they came back now and they're like, you know what? These people used to be just Anglophones. Now we're going to split them into two. It's going to be Southwest and Northwest. These other people used to be like Republic of Cameroon. We're going to split them into 8. Now you have North. And if you look at the way they tried to split it, they tried to split it in a way. There's a group of people who can identify themselves as Anglophones. There's a group of people who can identify themselves as Francophones, but Francophones that have like the French, more of the French. I don't know if I should say French mentality or French culture. And there's a group of people who identify themselves as, I think, as Awuzas. So we have 3 regions. It used to be province. We had 3 provinces, and then we had 5 other between Douala and Yaoundé. Between Douala, Yaoundé, and Eboloa, that is, I think, east, south, and littoral. I don't know. It's about five between them, and then we have 2 southwest and northwest. Now, and that's how they started calling us southwest, northwest, western region. Okay, no, yeah, I forget Bamileke them. Western region. Yeah, I forget Western region. So they start call, okay, Western region, Western province, littoral, littoral province, central province, south province, east province, and all these provinces. That was how, like, so after that unity state, I think that was how the whole idea of, okay, let's partition this into 10, it came up. The biggest mistake with me, I feel like they make them, which I don't even think is a mistake, because it's only a mistake when we start to think greedy, when we start to think individualistic. It's only a mistake when you start to want, oh no, it's about me, it's about my people. That's when it becomes a mistake. If we think collectively, if we think as humans, we just think, say, you know what, then all that stuff not happen. So that was how everything was partitioned, and that was how we became Southwest and Northwest. Remember, Southwest and Northwest, because we used to be Anglophones. We used to be British Southern Cameroon. British Southern Cameroon. The thing that put us together was the laws or the partition that was imposed to us by these colonial masters. The question we may ask people now, when these colonial masters be one partition and make us British Southern Cameroon, did they consider us? Did they understand our culture? Did they understand our values? Did they understand all of these things about us? Did they actually understand us as a people and then decide, say, okay, you know what? It did like how we some specific kinds of some room with 3 families in there. And they decide, you know what? I want group una into how una go to work, and so for make it maybe easy and all of that. And then they tell your woman, gang for this side, tell your master, gang for the, tell your picking and camp here and all of that. Do you think that can form a more unified structure, or not just the foundation for more problem? The other question is, did they do this intentionally because they wanted to place us in a position where we will continue to fight because of our different ideologies? Or they be doing because they be really know say it go work? That was the origin of Southwest and Northwest. I will never sit here and say it is a bad idea, like I said. But it becomes a bad idea when individuals, they don't want to use them for their own way. It becomes a bad idea when individuals, they feel like, oh, this actually work and it will actually favor me, so ma run now with this idea. One of the things I enjoy about America, one of the things that is best about America, one of the things with me, I feel like it make America what America is today, and go even make America far more better than it is today. Now, their path to citizenship. Once they born you for America, you are an American. The particular place where they born you for America, you be person for that place. So if they born you for Arlington, you be Arlington citizen. You be Arlington, how they call them? I've forgotten the word. You be person for Arlington. So when you want to talk culture and everything, you na Arlington culture, you give the practice. Once they born you for Texas, you're a Texan. Texan, they get the way they sound. They get the way they talk and everything. And any person they born you for Texas and all of that, go school for a grow for a year, he get an accent. When they born you for New York, it don't matter whether your mommy they be come on at Texas. As they born you for New York, you never be Texan, you be New Yorker. That is one of the best laws we America get them. I really wish we had those same laws back home. Your papa they come on Bamenda, they born you for Kumba, you be Kumba Pikin. Your papa they come on Kumba, they born you for Yaoundé, you be Yaoundé Pikin. You go learn that their country talk and everything and talk them and practice their culture. Your papa they born you for Yaoundé. Your papa then come on Yaoundé, but then born you for Garowa, you be Garowa Pikin. If for solve a whole lot of this, all this, at the end of the day, how you want hate people from Garowa when you know very well you born your Pikin for Garowa and that Pikin na Garowa Pikin? How you want hate them? No way, no day you hate them. How you want fight to person from Bamenda where you know very well say, although you become a man, because you born your Pikin for Bamenda, that Pikin na Bamenda Pikin, how you want? No way, no day. No way, no day. Now, why do you see it's difficult for America? You ever hear America, they want to argue the some kind of argument you ever hear now about states? Texas versus this versus this, that versus that. But you hardly hear they argue about Arlington versus Dallas, this versus this. No, you hardly hear them. Or tribe or village or no, you hardly hear them. What I'm just saying is that particular law, if we had that in Cameroon, you realize all this back and forth would go. Enough will be. This whole segment was about Southwest versus Northwest or Northwest and Southwest. Is this a thing? Does it even exist? The question is yes. I know if you don't for year, pop my chest and say no, it need to exist. No, it exists. Some Southwesterners they feel like it's a versus Northwest situation. So Northwesterners in the way they feel like it's a versus Southwest situation. So many other Southwesterners in the way they feel like no, we can cohabit. It should be a me and you situation. So many other Northwesterners in the way they feel like it should be a Southwest and Northwest thing. So whether we like it or not, we have different opinions for different reasons. Maybe because of my interaction with the few Northwesterners who I don't interact with, I feel like Southwest and Northwest no ever exists. The way the people they treat me, the people, that is my personal opinion. That's my personal experience. That's my personal interaction with Northwesterners. Maybe the way some Southwesterners don't treat some Northwesterners, it make it feel like, oh, I know one catch me Southwesterners. Oh, they be cautious say this, they be cautious say. Don't you think that is probably your personal opinion, your personal interaction, or your personal experience you get them with some small group of Southwesterners? If that was not the case, why are Southwesterners getting married to Northwesterners? Why are so many Northwesterners getting married to Southwesterners? The other day, 2 days ago, I did a photo shoot for a family. They want to celebrate their 25th year anniversary. They celebrate their 25th year anniversary. They don't be married for 25 years already. The woman na Oroko, the man na Northwesterner. How did these people live for 25 years when the other people, them next door neighbor, they don't fight for 25 years? What is happening? What are we missing? What are we missing? Like I said, this whole conversation started from Gilbert's post. My brother Agbo Gilbert. Man shown at the post we before put on the other day. The post we put on the other day now about Philemon Yang. Now the post that he said, "Thank you, PM Philemon Yang. Please find time to talk peace among Cameroonians. Only a two-state solution will end the useless war affecting the Anglophone communities or southern Cameroons. A return to West and East Cameroons, the Federal Republic of Cameroon, and the Anglophone. I am advocating for peace through dialogue. God bless every peace-loving Cameroonian." Now, the first post that my brother Gibe make him. And personally, I did not agree with that post. Personally, I feel like that is the foundation. That is the foundation of all the troubles that we get on today. if you want peace, if you want a way forward and all of that, you have to put every option for table. You have to put every option for table. If you're an advocate, if you be some person where you really care about our community, and not only care about our community, care about the bigger community, you cannot say the only solution for this particular problem, Namo will go back for before 1961, but not 1884. That is his opinion. I have so much respect for Agbo Gibet. We will bring you for here, may explain for we why we if he's saying that the only solution that. But like I was saying, you can actually bring every other conversation to the table. You cannot just say, no, we must only go back to that. No, we can actually move forward. Just like the lawyers and the teachers were saying, hey, we want to move forward with this relationship, but these are the things you guys are supposed to amend. We're not going to change this, we're not going to change that, we're not going to change it, we're not going to make the things. And we have to have everything on the table. We cannot just say, no, it must be not so. I don't think so. We have to have hey, we can have a better Cameroon. We can have one Cameroon, but guess what? Let's go back to a federal system where we have 10 states, or we have 2 states, or we have one Cameroon, but this is how it can work. This is how it should work. We cannot say we're looking for a solution and then we are stuck to a specific idea. It means at the end of the day, you are starting to make it look like it's just about you. It must be about you. Remember, before we became a federal state, we were a unitary state. We were one Cameroon. Under the Germans, we were Cameroon. So why do you think you will wish for us to go back to before 1961, or let's say 1961? But if you flip the coin, you don't want us to go back to 1884 or before 1884, where we were just communities. Why? Why do you think you don't like what the change that happened in 1961? But then when I come out and say, oh, me I don't like the change will happen for 1918. After the First World War, the fact that they split us, I don't like it. I want us to go back to the Cameroon that we were under the Germans. Me, my head not correct. I'm delusional. No, if you go back right for day. So for me, about the posts, I want us to have honest conversation. I want, if we are talking about moving forward, if we're talking about solutions, if we're talking about our community, let us bring everything to the table. They'll tell you how, oh, Southwestern, they don't marry Northwestern, they don't marry Southwesterners. Oh, we don't already live together as a community. Oh, we don't already build this bond and blah, blah, blah. But then the next day we have families and friends and people and relatives and all of that who are traveling to China. They don't know any person there. They're going to build a new bond with those people and build new relationships, and then they'll live happily after. Every now and then we have Cameroonians who are getting married to Mexicans, who are getting married to Caucasians, who are getting married to people from all over the world. People where they don't know them, cultures where they don't understand and nothing, but they find a common ground, build a relationship, love each other, respect each other, and move forward with life. This is not me imposing my opinion on you guys. This is me starting a conversation on how we can move forward. We want to talk about Southwest and Northwest in the way they don't marry it. We'll talk to also about Anglophone, the way they don't marry Francophone. They do so, paka. Francophone, they don't marry Anglophone, paka. Even when Cameroon decide to move away from Nigeria, we get Cameroonians the way they don't marry for Nigeria. We get Nigerians they don't marry for Cameroon. So today, we get Cameroonians the way they answer Nigerian name. I know them. I get that even for my family. But it was their choice. Where do you want to go? You want to go to Nigeria or you want to stay? You choose, you go, you live happily after, and that's it. So my problem, and I made a post, after he made the post, I make a post in response to that. Because his post said, thank you, Philemon Yang. Please find time to talk peace among Cameroonians. Only a Tuesday. He said, may Philemon Yang find out a talk peace among Cameroonians. So he address the letter to Philemon Yang. So me too, I choose to address my letter to Philemon Yang. That was the post I made. Dear Philemon Yang, please tell Cameroonians to stop this divisive mentality. Tell Cameroonians we are one people. Tell Cameroonians it's not even about Cameroon anymore. It's about Africa. It's not even about Africa anymore. It's about the world. It's about the world. Look at America. We have a leader. We have one leader who is actually pushing for, oh, we don't want these people here. All these people come here. And like they're saying all kind of negative things about people who are coming, immigrants. Whereas there is a lot that the immigrant population is bringing to the table to help this country grow. Forget about the immigrant population. What about our forefathers? The people who were snatched from the beautiful continent of Africa to come build this wonderful country that you guys enjoy today. So if we get a country like this, where we have individuals who are fighting like, no, you cannot talk to them like that because they are immigrants. You cannot talk to them like that because you consider them strangers. You cannot talk. No, they have rights also. It's okay for them to. Why can we not that same mentality and take it to our place and look for ways we can actually live more as a people, as a group of people, as a community, as one community? Whether you be Southwesterner, whether you be Northwesterner, whether you be somebody from the West, whether you be Northeast, why can we not just look for a common ground for all of us to live and enjoy every blessing that God has blessed us with, while we impact the world positively? Why are we always looking for, it must be Oroko people, it must be Bakosi people, it must be Bakweri people? When I never say and say it don't destroy us for a very long time, you will never say it don't drag us down for a very long time. And that is what our leaders are doing. He made another post today. Give made another post today. I read the post. I smiled about it. But even the post gets a small thing anyway, I just feel like, okay, you know what? I'll need for inviting for Tori to talk about them. Attention. I put the post on Sam. Attention, people of Southwest and Northwest region. We must expose and reject the malicious campaign fueled by some self-serving politicians from the Southwest against our brothers and sisters from the Northwest. These politicians seek to divide us, but 80% of Southwest residents have family ties to Northwest people. Many have intermarried, built businesses together, and share cultural heritage. Don't be deceived. The rhetoric is driven by personal gain, not truth. Now, you go ahead for learn, name so many things. They remember our shared history, our economy. Now, when you talk about shared history, I don't know if we more address point them collectively, or might just go ahead and share with you. You talk about our shared history. Our shared history not start not only as Anglophones. It not only start as Northwest and Southwest. Our shared history start as Cameroonians. If you want to talk about our shared history, you talk about our economic and cultural ties strengthen our bond. Our economic tie, economic and so at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say, or what I'm trying to push is, I feel like it's high time we really start consider certain conversations. Do we want to continue talking about Anglophone versus Francophone, Northwest versus Southwest, Kumba versus Buya, up Kumba Town versus down Kumba Town, and even inside house, family members don't start the fight, big brother versus small brother? There was a time I did not speak to my elder brother for close to 3-4 years, because at one point in time, I just feel me say, me too, I the America, me too, I know, me too, I don't actually need to give me money, like, and that was how we went into it, and we not talk for like 4-5 years. During that time, when I know wait to from Bilam as a family, if we were together. Even now, when me and he talk and we smile and all of that, sometimes when I look at him, he hurts me. Sometimes maybe I even call it talk for you. I just feel like, maybe he just look at me like, see, they might be disrespect me or blah, 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 blah. We cannot continue building by dividing. You cannot say, attention people, these people are trying to divide us. And then you end up saying we are more of Anglophones. We are more of East Cameroonians. I'll bring Gibe for you, make and defend that post. I'll bring you for you, make and defend that post. We go get that conversation, and it's going to be tough, it's going to be rough, but we want to have that conversation. Might read some one comment where some person put them. My brother, when I read the comment, his name is a Taningwa. Sako, you are taking it too far. One region of Cameroon is trying to disturb the whole country. Often I hear from a name, it's a Taningwa. Tingwa are mostly named from the Northwest region. Correct me if I'm wrong. But one other thing I get to understand, I say, we get names away, they did for Northwest and they did for Southwest. So when Gibe talk about cultural ties, that is what he's actually implying. But guess what? We get named into they did for Southwest and they did for Litora. My elder sister in Titi. People from center region, they answer Titi plenty. So when you want to talk about cultural rights, where are we going? Should we focus more on the smaller community because it benefits us? Now, I think that we give it a travel talk. Some group of people, they push this idea of Southwest versus Northwest because they know say they benefit them. But for me post, it make me sound like na Southwesterners, na Southwest politicians. But I don't think it's only about Southwest politicians. Even Northwest, not politicians of Northwest, then they push rhetorics where they know say, okay, if we get to this place, it will benefit we more. Remember, this was the same thing that happened back in the days between Foncha and not Muna. Foncha, I think Foncha and Indeli. It was this person from this part and this other person from this part. And every other person was making their argument based on how we can move forward. Foncha actually carried the day. It carried the day. But waka issues on place. Naisa to say, no, we don't want with it in again. So is there something Endeli they will probably see him where he be see him? And in 1 year, because for ye, I get the votes. For ye, I get the votes. Like I said, ça ne sert à rien. Like, you know, go help we in any way for continuing to push Bamileke versus Bassa, Douala versus Betty, Oroko man versus Bakosi man, Southwest man versus Northwest man, Anglophone versus Francophone, Cameroon versus Nigeria. You know, we help you in any way. You know, we help you in any way. But some group of people, very small group of people, and the day where they know very well, say it will benefit whatever thing they try to do now. It will benefit whatever they try to do now. There was a time when my sister, Candid Opinion, they drag her online because it blog and if you like, if you talk about Kuro Obidi, if you talk about Very Dark Man, if you talk about things that are happening in Nigeria, are we all not Africans? But a group of people coach that my sister, talk all kind of degrading things about her. Just because it block about, oh, you need to support your community. Oh, you must talk only about Nosh mentality that. Why are we focusing on crumbs when by our potential, by the quality we'll get them, if we go out there and get a bigger part, a bigger chunk of the cake? Why are we focusing on crumbs? Why are we focusing on Northwest and Southwest when we can build a better community? All of us will be now at Cameroon, will be now at Africa, and we go out there and impact the world positively. Why are we doing that? Why would we continue to focus on family member, the Endelis versus the Munas, the Musinas versus the this? Now they fight the whole time. That is what is draining our energy. You enter office for Yaoundé, Kita Envoyé, they take your paper, they look your name. If you say they look your name now because you want me to know how to address you, but no, that's not what they're doing. They look your name now because they want to see what I get Mukete for back, or they want to see what I get Muna for back, or they want to see what I get Endeli for back, or whatever, or any of those names. For how long are we going to do that? For how long are we going to stay in that position where we are trying to create an us versus them? Or we try to create a we plus we, but that we plus we now because it's against other people. We can do better. The closer you wear them, probably you make it, probably come on China, or you come on Korea, or you come on Pakistan, or whatever. Why you decide I know where any other person in make a wear now any way? Very wrong way for think. Very backward way for think. And the reason that for a long time, people don't always be like, oh, Sako, why you don't like this whole 80-20 idea? Why you 80-20 idea fine? Oh, now for we, it is support we. It is. I said, bro, I can actually still support you without hating the other person. I can actually support you and the other person. We can actually support each other. We can actually support others. And in the long run, those others will support we. We have so many people who have supported us. When I don't hear Richard Bonai's story, how managed he do come for America. Today, he get Grammy Award. He be credited to Cameroon. He get a lot of things that we don't win them. He get a lot of things that they do around the world. Whether I like it or not, they still put Cameroon flag onto your head. We get so many people so for you. I was talking with my sister, Ari Mangam, the other day. Ari Mangam was a woman who was not even zero. When she was a kid, she was minus. If you didn't have PQA family, don't reject them. If then that picking way, every other person will say, oh, outcast, go. You get wish, you get all these negative things. He stay from house to house, house to house, house to house, for street to street to street to street. The first time we travel go Europe, that person we don't know from no sight. Now white man, now German. Now white person, now German. Do all his paper, everything, passport and everything, all with flight and everything. She confessed unto we day. He said she don't for plane too. He talk for says, I don't know if he believes in me this at go Germany. That's why he can go Germany. Had every opportunity given to her by somebody when you even know a family, no, nothing. From Germany, one car America, yeah. He's a black American. Nothing. They just say you overget potential for me for that play with you. Come for this side. That's the same thing with me. I'm in America because of a Bakosi woman who have been known back in the days. And the story, there's so plenty for our community. There's so plenty for our community. Why are we focusing on Anglophone versus Francophone, Southwest versus Northwest? Things the way they only break we down, it only divide we them more. It only cause we for fight over things that will not be important. Who there for America? I get my brother, amazing health, I think clinic. Wonderful relationship with him. Me and he laugh all the time. And he's from the Northwest. I'm from Southwest. They get a business. I don't invite them for my platform. They come for my platform. He want finish go drag me for corner. He say, my brother, hold the envelope. And nothing we know na all man do am. My Southwest brother, they come here, they need to do am. But he knows he can for push me some small envelope. He go tell me, oh, Sakodi gig day, master go do and this. Like, why can we? And the same thing with no only between me and you. I get other friends away na Bamileke. I got other friends away na Douala. I got other friends away na. People from all over. I remember at Brazil school. I began to my friend become Gago. I've forgotten his name. That guy forced me my kangaroo. So say I'll play for Cotton. He forced me my kangaroo. So he go make him play for Cotton. I see the play for Cotton. He already tell me about the coaches and everything. Now I deny for go. Because of that mentality, you have the growth and say, you be Southwest speaking, you be Kumba speaking. It's only about Kumba. It's only about you being an Anglophone. If you go out there, you're not going to get love. You're not going to get anything from any person. Personally, I just feel like it is a wrong way for us to look at this. Yeah, we'll get people in the community where they push that rhetoric because they know how it will benefit them. But be very, very careful because some people in the way they push and reach for some level, they know say if you're not benefiting man for the level, you go start benefiting me for the level. Even me, what she don't for the talk. The rhetoric require to push them and know very well it will benefit me and many other people. If we start working more as, okay, we are Africans and we want to exploit our potential for help the world, so many other Africans will benefit. And that is the reason why today you have Africans in America who are doctors, who are engineers, who are this, who are business people, who are actually make crazy money and they are living a good life and they are impacting our community. If there be one thing that only saying about our community, we'll get more than we'll get close to 500 to maybe 1,000 doctors for America. Cameroonian community for America, we'll get like 1,000 doctors. If all them want to remain for Cameroon, who will give them work? They will work for which hospital? They will work for which community? When I say the day for years they work now, who they pay them? Who they cut their check? Where do you think that money is coming from? 80 to 90% of their salary they come now from Cameroonian community. It comes now from some other community. The same way we'll get Anglophone and Southwesterners them. Where they work for Northwesterners. Northwesterners they work for Southwesterners. Why would you want to continue? Look, I'm like, oh, we are supposed to cut some small half of the cake and make our own way. We actually open up to every other person and let's just go out there and conquer. Let's just go out there and conquer. This life began for me for 1 hour. I don't drag and sweetie. You don't enter for 1 hour, 9 minutes. I don't only live and I mean one at the talk. I know things say be fair. Any person you know say one join, especially person we get my number, write me for WhatsApp, my send you link. So if we make some small contribution, if we talk again level that kind of 25 minutes, and then we'll end the session. We are one. Laurent Abba. Oh my Lord. See who is commenting. Mon frère Laurent Abba. Bro, this is somebody I got to know. Okay, Gilbert actually did on. I think so. If you find, we might see if I will send Gilbert link. If we initiate the conversation today, but we're not going to have the deeper conversation. We'll get one time where we'll send Gilbert link. We'll invite him properly, formally, like the boss will be. May he can defend that he push the way make can explain better. Maybe at the rant, at the talk from my local small standpoint. Yeah, Gilbert said the manipulation is strategy from political elites who are full of hate. Without doubt, regional chauvinism is a reality. Capo, I beg, when you want to move all the Abibi term, the right of normal English. Not every aspect of this line of thought is bad, but extremist viewpoints makes it bad. Yes, there is an also thing. I'll come back later. There's an also thing. Yeah, there's Northwest and Southwest. What I would like it or not, there's Southwest and Northwest. But the question I always ask now, is it beneficial for us to move up or to move down? Is it beneficial for us to move forward or to move backward? When we start saying, oh, we need to go back for, I see my boss, the solution is really, God. Okay, now the comment. The solution is really disheartening. The situation is my boss Pascal before, but I say the situation is really disheartening. Yeah, fighting over nothing. And the funny thing is, ma just tell on one time, there is no turning back. Oh, not ever think there's a way you can separate Southwesterners from Northwesterners, or Anglophones from Francophones, or Cameroonians from Africans. There is no way. There is no way you can break that chain. No way, no do if you break that chain. Some group of people that travel do one for Burundi say, you know what, we'll kill all these particular people them because you want to eliminate them from the surface of the earth. It no work. It no work. They were the majority. These people were a minority, but it no work. It no will ever work for any kind of site. The whole thing don't be interwoven for way. It is so tight. It is so firm. You know if you do them. You cannot. You cannot. So for me, the solution now, let's start working on how to incorporate more people. Let's bring more people. Like I said earlier, one of the best policies, one of the best things we enshrine in the American Constitution. Now the fact is how they born you be picking for that place. Once you come America, as a born you for you be American first of all. And therefore we will come the immigrants. So I born my picking. If I born my first picking for Arlington, the picking are Texan. I go born the next one for Maryland. The picking I don't know what they call it, a Marylander on a bat, or I don't know, it's Marylander. I go born the other one for New York. The picking a New Yorker. You go born the other one for Oklahoma. The other picking a Oklahomian on Oklahoma. I don't know what. Gilbert say, Sako, we need to learn how to build social cohesion. Very true. Very, very true. Very, very true. Boss Gilbert, please, for whom I might bring you in for the team, you start the talk and then I'll go ease myself. So we need to build social cohesion. Very, very important. And that's the thing when we have conversations like these, people shy away from the conversation. When I shared the flyer today talking about, oh, this is what we're going to talk about. So many people that reach me, they actually say, oh, Sako no go you there. Oh, that topic there. So, oh, mama mia, Sako will kill you. I'm like, what are we talking about? Would you already get a conversation for house, for family meeting, for here, for there, or the gossip? We'd already talk about these things. Why can we not just bring it to the public and have every other person contribute? Why can we not just bring it to the public and hear people their own opinion? Maybe I'd even talk to my team for years, my own opinion are completely rubbish. So other person who can explain for us a good reason why we get for start as so, and then we. It is important. It is important for us to have these conversations. It is important. That's why I have so much love and respect for some person like Gilbert. Gilbert will tell you the way one tell you, twist them. You go vex for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. But you still come back and tell you, bro, you know that you be telling me so. You be correct. Nasani be really understand what you be mean by that time because I was angry, because I was frustrated, because I was looking at you like you be woo for tell with this. You give a woo for tell me. Yeah. Yep. Gilbert, whether an anglophone, whether an francophone, when it comes to that play, will tell you the truth. He tells you the truth, and you should be quiet. If you want to hear, fine. If you don't want to hear, that is your problem. We still have a few people watching, so I think I put my phone number now for people the way they want call. I put my phone number now for people the way they want call and make contributions. Yep, now my phone number that for persons the way they want call and make contributions. If you call and as I talk, you make your small contribution. Yeah, but like I said, this was just igniting the conversation. This was just starting the conversation. This was just us. This was just us. This was just us asking questions and having a family talk. We just want, man, we don't want to go back again for that place where so person go manipulate we and then for the next 8 years we find us a new fight where no make sense. We don't want them. We don't want that. Like I said, 2016. I don't ever forget 2016. I told someone, what if the two when I told them picking they no go school, more no agree picking they go school and this and that? What if the thing go on for 10 years or 20 years? It means they will get a whole generation of picking them where they no go school at all. For 2016, for 2016, when me, I be stay for house for 5 years or 6 years or how many years? I go back for school. I was the oldest guy in my class. The person way they teach me, now probably my age mate. Person way they teach me, I finish. It even fear for ask me question for class. It even fear for give me a sign some kind of thing. It want to holler me for class. It don't tell me for us. I say, bro, I'll just mail say I want to holler you and this and that kind of thing. Don't understand with me. Would it finish for class? Me, I will go for some place. It smoke a cigar. Are they me there? Are they we already get picking they don't be more than 8 years. Close to 8 years, they never go school. Yeah. We cannot continue this way. If we continue this way, we have to look for a solution. We not only get to look for a solution, we get to start talk about things the way they will happen maybe tomorrow. We go still drag us down this same road. Start looking for solutions and preventing them. We get to start find that in them. We get to start anticipate what if it happen, what if it take we again go down some kind of route we no like them. We solve at one time. Then we shouldn't be quiet. We have to. We have to. We have to, whether I would like it or not. We have to. Whether I would like it or not, we have to. Like I talk, any person you want call, our phone lines they be open on my phone number that for day. When you call, they only hear your voice and you see your face. So if you make a small contribution, if you ask you one question or two questions, and then we are actually rounding up this segment. But I think it was beautiful. Like I said, we just wanted to establish that foundation. Southwest and Northwest, who say come out, how it starts. Who start them? The person who start them, did they know us? Did they know who we were as a people? Did they understand us? Did they even value us as a people? When they decided to make us Southwest and Northwest, the person we do and when a Cameroonian, did they even consider us? Did they even consider we? Or because they get power, because they get the mantle, they just get for broker anyhow they want, can do anyhow they want to do, we they know so you go favor them. And that is exactly what Gilbert is trying to talk. That's what Gilbert is trying to say. When I see how they be divided that time because they be no say the benefit then na so, we still get people for 2024 where they struggle for divide we for push we into some crazy stuff because they know say at the end of the day go benefit them. Yeah. Yeah. They know very well. They know very well say it go benefit them. Now why that way they continue push na that rhetoric. Check your WhatsApp. They continue push na that rhetoric. And like I said, now layer upon layer, layer upon layer. And because we come from a community where we don't even want, we don't want half a column. We don't want competition. We no want argue. We no want with anything we just stress with small. All man want be king. All man want be king. You see families, brother, they limit the way they help his brother because he wants to have a family meeting. May not be the final person where they make decision. May not be that person where they send all man for go buy mimbo. May not be that person where when they can't put chop so now ye the first take your own meat before any man fit touch him. Oh man. How you laugh again so?
I don't love why. I love your analysis, them, and I love the contribution where you make them. The truth of the matter, and I say wait, and I say, if
Okay,
I say,
before on you take the floor. Ma is myself if I come back.
if I as our generation don't be bold enough for start the one talk about some of these subjects then because I think over time they don't convince we or frighten we for feel like certain subjects that we're not supposed to be part of that conversation. And then we don't shy away from participating in this kind of conversation the way you don't make them. We now, the younger generation, not become a victim of a narrative way if favor a particular group of people. And way to be the driving force for this group of people, not just self-centeredness and greed. If you look from the founding fathers of the Southern Cameroons, where did they get them in common? When they get into power, the first thing we do now is they take their picking and send them for Canada, send them for America, send them for all elsewhere. Then they should over Cameroon, you know, they bleed the country while thinking, say, okay, they want to give a better life and a better opportunity for their picking outside. Then they continue for the push this narrative outside. See, Northwesterners and Southwesterners have nothing in common. Northwesterners and Southwesterners, on a political base, they have everything in common. And Sako, sometimes I think we really need to be very, very honest about who we are as a people, the journey of Cameroon. And when you did talk sometime about the Cameroon or the German Cameroon back in the days, when the Germans had set their base for Malabo, that time, where they actually control Cameroon, if that time you didn't have Fernando Po, it was not even Malabo, it was Fernando Po. So there's a lot that journey for the way to be considered today as Cameroon don't go through. But if the Cameroon way it did today, it not be favorable to the people of Cameroon, then the Cameroonian people they get right for still talk so okay. If this process is not working, then this process will work. Now, how the people they feel comfortable, not like one person or a group of people, their political ideology now you go make Cameroon for move forward. And another thing again for also understand and say the people of Northwest and Southwest today, as it's been called, before one joined La République du Cameroon in 1961 after the plebiscite, there was nothing like Northwest and Southwest or Northwest province or Southwest province. Yeah. There was just Southern Cameroon, and one was the Southern
Cameroon and British Northern Cameroon.
Yes. Then when you come now for the British Southern Cameroons, you had the North Zone and the South Zones. And these two zones they will get their House of Chiefs in the Northern Zone and the House of Chiefs of the Southern Zone. and then we get one National Assembly. And this National Assembly now will look into their political affiliations and which will benefit them in common.
Mm-hmm.
But on cultural values, the House of Chiefs will actually be there for actually identify and protect the cultural values of the Southwest people, just like the Northwest people.
Mm-hmm.
So Foncha lost, don't forget, Foncha lost election only for one place for the whole Southern Cameroons during the plebiscite. Now, only for whom? When at Northwest. The people of Southern Cameroons at that time, they did not bother whether you're from Bakwere, or you're from Bayangi, or you're from Womb, or you're from Du. They knew that they were one people, and they went for the plebiscite to either join Nigeria when a Ndele campaign, or to join KNDP when a Foncha own campaign for join Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we don't join Cameroon. For 21 years in our joining Cameroon, from which we don't read them, and from the cries of our forefathers, and for people they like Mulanjoli Tumbedem, and a whole lot of others, the way they don't depict and narrate how favorable the process of the two-state was working.
Mm-hmm.
They don't tell we how it was, how they were comfortable, and we could see traces of those productive developmental initiative. Then way now that concept of grassroots implementation, where people that be concerned of how we even get, remember they were BBB see the way they put up for every community for go carry water. You remember the idea of keep Tico clean, keep Kumba clean. You remember the PWD, where when dry season they can towards Christmas, they can gather every quarter for Kumba, every quarter for Tico, make sure say in preparation of Christmas. So the indirect rule process, it will be very favorable to the people of Southern Cameroons at that time. So they miss some of those qualities then with the coming of the imposing of snake, where to don't know if you get water, or the imposing of Izaka, where today don't know if you clean pleasant. But council be doing work, and council be responsible for doing work at that time. Now, when you, that's just for me, forget you for come back before you ask me your question. Then back on the topic of the day, way me I be right. Go read what you the right time about Prime Minister Fino Moyang, where na person me I be very close to, my father. But he talks say the Palestinians and the Israelis, their solution now a two-state system. Now me I talk say you come up for a country where they get a similar problem with which Palestine and Israel did face them. And the crisis start when you be the prime minister. Why you not if you go talk back peace? Say, may they go back to a two-state system where you will solve the problem. After that, a couple of people come for under the comment. Can they push this rhetoric? And this rhetoric of Southwest man not get nothing in common with Northwest man. We don't see them in different faces. We don't get a certain Bayangi might be the governor. Where he create the terminology come must go, come no go. Make graphic people they go back outside and come out. We don't see a certain army man walk up on street. The hala graphic they wanna pack on that they wanna go. But the reverse not there for nowhere. Yes.
Go ahead, man. No cut you.
Okay. You never ever see a Northwest man stand for public, make those statements and those outings then. But
I know I go down that road. The fact that they name make a public, no me see the name make I know I go down that road. And that is why when I started the show, I start say more will not take the few their negative, because I don't no, not only me, I don't get people that don't meet on me inbox, but they don't complain about this, about that. During the crisis, when the crisis started, there was a concern about why they keen and only Southwest chief them. You know about that. You understand? There was a concern about why we say all the general that was Southwest, na beginning from Northwest. The concern there for both sides. We never take some simple examples, some few example them. We want to try for like make a Bina as a whole. People from the other side they get in there, they don't do and where some people on this side they not be happy with. The people on this side they get in there, they do and where the other people from the other side they not be happy with. So I don't feel like it will be a good thing for we for single out on situation and the one user and wrong with. I get person to if you come here, go name it, go line up them. But you know what's funny? Most people for Southwest, they don't even want to say anything. They don't even want to have a voice on this issue because they feel like while brothers and for Northwest, they get numbers, they get everything, they be strategic and all of that. Once you start talk, they will crush you. I feel go for you make your post, you make them. You understand? Actually, when I made the post I made about Philemon Yang, I was actually responding to you. And maybe the respond to Philemon Yang, you actually address Philemon Yang. So me I say, hey, I go address now Philemon Yang. There are some people them say, make them come out with the idea of West Cameroon and East Cameroon. Tell some people that say, man, stop this divisive mentality. We can actually, as a people, look for a better way for move forward as Cameroon. Not just my idea that. So when we should over here, we say, we don't see some army man. You came out, you call him out. I came out, I call him out. But guess what? We don't see a situation where they bury some person because he talks on two way, they even misinterpret them. But you need to even go to say, no, this person misinterpret this thing. So when I just travel tongue and say, we'll get people on both sides of the aisle where they do two way, the other people then feel like, you know what, this is hurting us. I don't know.
Well, I go see come back for which we may try to tell you and say, during this crisis, we don't see all kind of ugly things. We don't see people come and make ugly statements. Even me, what you don't for here. I don't be attacked on so many occasions by my brothers from the Northwest that I be an anti-Northwesterner. Because there's something about the Northwest people, their unity and their love. I don't know what I would call a love for each other. Where by the time you call a Northwesterner out, say, okay, what you're doing is wrong. All of them just come. Why are you saying that? Why are you attacking Northwest? But I am always saying that I am not an anti-Northwestern. I'm not even an anti-Francophone. I'm not even an anti any African country.
Yep.
But there are structures and there are policies that way, if they be implemented properly, then we will have a beautiful Cameroon. The current Cameroon, where we live in, where me as a proud Cameroonian, I am going to tell you without fear of favor that I am treated in Cameroon as a second-class citizen. And I can give you instances then where those things that happen, where they will happen even after I don't die, and they will happen for my generation, if they not be addressed today. Now, why that there is an Anglophone problem? Even within the Anglophone problem, who are the majority of the frontline hostile people, the way they fight say there is no Anglophone problem, a majority from the Northwest region. But that has not taken the fact that there is no Anglophone problem. And I don't also be against the rhetoric say majority of the fighters in the Southwest are coming from the Northwest. It's a lie. It's a lie because I have been arrested or kidnapped or taken hostage 6 different times by Bush. And
Gilbert, I not say the fighters. I said the generals. I said
whether not the generals or now wait till they call them. Me, I will tell you to say na lie. Now, because you know why me I talk saying a lie? Because the way they catch me, because they don't catch me for after a number towards Widikum, carry me for Widikum, come out with me for Bangem, cross with me for Bangem, carry me for Nguti. The people that they catch me for day, they receive Bernard that were very named them way we know for day. Ma come no Sako, I beg. And then when they drop me for day, they carry me go back. I be one of those young Anglophones them, where it take upon itself, drive in moto, pass through Bacho, so they reach Widikum, climb, reach Batigo, reach Bali, come on Bali, go for Bafoot, come on for Bafoot, so they reach for Nwa, cross enter Nigeria, and I see things that with my eye. Now, when me I need to talk based on sentiment. I talk based on the fact say, make some people not feel say their political ideology or they being appointed director or ministers or parliamentarian or senator, it be to the advantage of every Anglophone. It benefit not just them and their family. Majority of the Southwest elites are selfish and greedy. They don't share, they don't give to the poor. A clear example, for the past 8 years, we don't get refugees in Nigeria. Show me one Anglophone elite from Southwest where you don't take, say, make it take chop, go give for those refugees. Even the one that from Manu, where majority of the refugees are living in Ajaso, Agbokum, they are all from Manu. Tell me one way you don't go there for go give chop. The only person who make an attempt for one go there for go give chop was Ni John Frundi. Now, when you read on the policies introduced or presented to the government prior to the national dialogue by Cardinal Tumi, where even if it be a part of the solution, where if it even be looked into, maybe today we're not for a year of a lockdown, semi picking and no go school anymore. Maybe we're not for even a year of the fact say today people they see kill people. Maybe we'll not even see the fact say some people, the jubilate, say a certain person has been arrested in Norway. Wait, for me, not necessarily a solution to the problem because it's not going to change anything. You arrest Ayoktabe, another group of people that grow up. You say like you don't arrest the man from Norway, another person will take over and the thing will continue. It's more like an octopus. The head they will see the grow. Now coming back to my concerns about Southwest sinners openly coming out and making these statements, say Northwest and Southwest don't get nothing in common. I was at a national dialogue and I can vividly remember when they hold a meeting and they talk, John the standard talk like an Atumi, even the phone of Bamun talk say, may they revisit the federal process. May they go back to the federal process.
That's a quick question. You talk about John Weko talk, Cardinal Tumi Weko talk, and who the phone of Bamun.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
me what person away be talk for them and what was
Agbobala.
Agbobala and Chief Mukete. What be the Chief Mukete opinion?
Agbobala be talk say a return to a two-state federation might be the solution to the problem. They can't say may they go break. When they go break, come back. The people there they start where they start working because they come in a group. The person will be in front of that group was a Kema Patrick.
Just
finish now. Finish.
You answer explain that so.
I need to explain my finish. And I give you a narrative of what happened. You were not there. Let me tell you.
You cannot. That way you talk about Nijon and the other one that you know be explain. You just say Nijon talk so.
You've asked me a question, then now I'm trying to elaborate.
No, let me ask you. No, when I ask you a question, when you answer the question, I'll ask my follow-up question.
When they go on break, and then they come back into the hall.
Yes.
The person where he bring the noise inside the hall was a Kema Patrick. He was in front. He's saying that the Northwest, that we cannot accept a return to a two-state federation because the Northwesterners have nothing in common with the Southwesterners. And then noise start inside hall. That was when Chief Mukete stand up for make his own point, say, may they go on a 10-state federation. You understand? Going on a 10-state federation, if you read Cardinal Tumi, a proposal, and Cardinal Tumi, a book, it solved the problem on a 10-state federation. The 10-state federation is laudable, accepted by every Cameroonian. Even Francophones are accepting the 10-state federation. But in a confederation where there are specificities that interweave and recognize the people of Northwest and Southwest, where it be confined, that community be confined as the Southern Cameroons. They get their specificities, they get their cultural values, they get their copyright where it affects me, they get their language where it affects me.
It's about what it affects you.
It don't affect, I say it affects me. It's in a collective. I'm an individual, but it's in a collective that has to talk about, including you who's a content creator. How do I make money? Because if you interweave me with the Francophone system without identifying these realities, then we are going to continue hitting our head in the wall where we will not find a solution out of the problem. We have tried that from 1972 to today. It's not working. It's never going to work. It's going to continue creating animosity. The animosity we will create another fact say the policies them, not they in favor of the unitary decentralization without recognizing the specificities of the people of Southern Cameroons.
So which is Boss Gibbet, I don't want to drag the conversation because we have 1 hour 38 minutes already. I want me today we just go laying at the groundwork and the good thing you can do now say I don't know if you start watching me from the beginning. They seem to talk about how we go to Southwest and Northwest. Now the same thing you can explain them. Although you go in a little bit deeper. We'll schedule a session. I'll bring one other person probably. If not me, I'll play the devil's advocate.
For me, right? Extend yourself. I think like we have a generation that is very attentive. We have a generation that is very much aware and alive. And this generation will not easily be manipulated. Though the manipulation is being pushed out there to a point where people want to see their failures and people want to see they liquidating their lands to other people as if they were being forced. That's not true. Now, you have to also understand, say, you
Never
get,
address on comment, yeah. Nkem say moderator confused which question was asked. I think say Inzef Nkem, maybe na your first time to watch to read it. I can be very, very blatant, and I will say something the very way it will break Southwest and Northwest and Cameroon and even Africa into two. So I did try my possible best for whom my peace. I did try my best for actually understand with you. I have so much respect for Gibbet. Like I talk, it don't see show him for year. I did the post I did. He probably knows say now I be answer him and whatever. But see vex to me say, oh, the guy now for one can answer help me Gibbet. He go one get a conversation. Actually wrote me this morning. I don't tell enough here say the only reason why I decide to talk about this now because some person like he don't talk about them again and again and again and again and again and again. Then me to ask myself, say, hey, but at the end of the day, we'll not come here and we can point fingers, throw blows, and all of that. No. So if you see me question tight for my mob, now because the question will surely push your comma because I know you too. Now, person will not go hesitate if I say call name, he go call name them. And will not think say now the best way that will go about them. So I want to hold myself, we'll go plan the conversation fine, and then we'll go ahead and talk about these things. Boss, go ahead.
so in a nutshell, on both sides, when you come, if you look on my Facebook of recent, I've been calling out the people of Manu. I've been calling out the people of Manu who are predominantly the Bayang people, telling them, do not fall for the manipulation of your political elites. Because Manu is also very fragmented. Formally, we probably identify ourselves as Bayangi people, regardless whether you come out Upper Bayang or you be Ejagam or you be Buki. We proud ourselves as Bayangi people. But today, even if you come from Manu,
something you know, Sani be ever know me say when I get na two Bayangi group until I come America.
I say na the negative, the negative effect of our political elites, their divide and rule policy, the way they don't destroy our communities and to the very fabric of its own existence. You come from Manu. Somebody will tell you today where you say, oh, you're Bayangi. You say, no, I'm not Bayangi. I'm a Jagam. Oh, you're Bayangi. No, I'm not Bayangi. I'm a Buki. But formally, when I be the grow, when they just say, oh, you be Bayangi man, I say, yes, I be Bayangi man. So I pride myself as a Bayangi man. So we have very, very bad politicians where they need to see the damage where they do for the whole Cameroon because they try for
intentional about it.
Yeah, they are intentional about how they divide we Cameroonians. And one of the things the way I see them after I write the post about Pafilo Moyang, looking into talking to Cameroonians for them to look into a peaceful solution out of the crisis. Maybe a two-state solution will be the best way out of the crisis. You can read a post from a very young man. You can go look at post. And then I tell myself how bad and what damage the political elites that they do for our communities. When you see young people that you want the way, even know what they talk about why Northwesterners and Southwesterners do not get nothing in common. Even know what the advantages and the disadvantages are. They just come. Northwest and Southwesterners, they don't get nothing in common there. Will not work in a two-state federation. You're asking us, okay, give us. These are people that when me, I would like to say the day where you want to organize a show, leave it open. May they come in. May they ask that question. Then make we try to answer those questions. And because even if you get an elderly group of people then for coming for take part in this conversation, may they tell we because you come on, Zian, and there's a certain man at a certain time where they be appointed for Pamol, me work for Ntian, back in the days of Southern Cameroon. But you go for Ntian, you introduce corruption. You sell the thief oil, then you sell them for places then. They now send the supervisor, make it carry so they identify the thieving where you don't do inside the Pamol. Now the person make a report, send them for the government, they sack you. Now you go inside quarter, start push the narrative. Oh, they don't sack me because a graphic man don't come. Oh, then unfortunately, when they want to appoint somebody for can't take that position, they appoint somebody from the Northwest. When I see them, they move me now because the graphic man, because they move me son of the soil, Nzian man, they put na graphic man, but you not look into your incompetence. You don't look into the fact that you not deliver. Now we'll get the worst mayor of them in the Northwest and South, in the Southwest particularly. Almost all time for Southwest is dirty. Almost all time for no only Kumbawa go I come on Cameroon. You go for Cameroon, and only Kumbawe Mayor Greg Mewano they try for clean the town. You understand? Give credit to who is due. But come for Limbe, come for Boya. Go for this thing, go for this thing. But remember when SDF been win some of these councils, the way those towns they be clean. Oh, na graphic party. You know how long we run the yearly graphic, anti-graphic sentiment within Southwest?
Gilbert, I want to ask you now, say, do you think these people that they cry for how many years now say, oh, na this, na that, they completely be wrong?
Well, I would also tell you to say, I don't get my own challenges as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, as a leader in the community. I don't get personal betrayals from my brother in Cameroon, where I would tell you, say, over 8 people that don't betray me, they are originated from the Northwest. But it don't mean say this generalize the whole Northwesterners. Because I still get a lot of Northwesterners away, now very dignified people there. I get people the way that Northwesterners away, their potential be very, very much globally recognized. And when by the time you go closer to them, they need the shame or they not be worried for say you become successful. Same like you come for Southwest. Same like you come for Southwest. I don't be for Boya. I meet up back with the people the way I'm a big friend them. I tell them say I want buy land for bill. They deny for sell me land. The next day I go for that very land. I ask, I say, now who buy the land? They say, now this one so person. So you tell me, few hours ago, you tell me, be very careful of these Northwest people. But you go sell the land for a Northwest man. So it is manipulation.
So, boss, now the reason why I talk say no, the whole thing is about a few where the bad seeds them. Most importantly, or most especially, that leader is the way you talk him. Me, and if for that one, and if even deny for 1 second. We get a group of leaders they know very well say if they divide this thing into two, Southwest and Northwest, when it comes to Southwest, now we go to make decisions. And so for that reason, I will continue push maybe divided. If they divide this thing
when you read Cardinal Tumi he book way writer and you read the proposal we make to the Prime Minister before the national dialogue, it solve all this problem. If they come into a 10-state federation, in a 10-state federation, we for Southwest go vote our governor. And we go hold our governor accountable. Say, road is not they fine. Because you get federal road and you get state road then. If we go hold it accountable for the thing the way it be at the level for manage, we talk about police brutality, we talk about the managing of the hospital then. If the hospital do not be well taken care for, we will hold it accountable. Community market to business to market road the way it will be now the responsibility of the mayor and the governor who will hold it accountable. Can Natumi make that proposal and even go as far as to explain how we choose a mayor or a governor from the Southwest where it not been as somebody where it be originated from another region. Same like in the Northwest or in Douala or in Yaoundé, we don't want a situation where you not be Bakwere man, you can't be parliamentarian for Boya. You not be Bayangi man, you be Bafo man, you can't be senator for Boya. Kanatumi a book explain all those things there. And
why Cardinal Tumi book explain all that thing and you think it's a solution to the problem, but yet if some or rock command complain say, oh, they move me for Pamowe, it didn't have our place, it didn't have our location for put some way na stranger. You think saying a bad idea. When Cardinal Tumi book this is say this is a good reason why when it comes to parliamentarians to this, to that, we should allow the people from that locality to manage their resources, to do whatever they want to do with their resources. But then when that man be complain back in the day, say, why wanna move me for Pamowe, na my country, na my village?
They're not moving, do not forget, they're not moving for Pamol because of tribalism. They're moving for Pamol because he be a thief man. He be the thief for Pamol.
Very true. So after the
Mhm.
movie, why did not replace it with another person from there? Because we
Now,
have
if at the end of the day, I move
Mhm.
Sako for a particular position, then I
Yes.
look and say, okay, there is nobody within that competence where if you do that work, I go
Mhm.
do them. And at that time, our forefathers maybe were not too tribalistic as it is today in their
Mhm.
mind. Because
Mhm.
when they be even walk out of the House of Assembly of Enugu, when
Mhm.
Endele say the Igbos are marginalizing the people of Southern Cameroons, the
Mhm.
Igbos they implement the concept of you touch and for market, you go buy them. The
Mhm.
Igbos were brutalizing other Southern Cameroonians. If you pregnant Igbo girl, no problem. The
Mhm.
Igbo boy is sleep with Southern Cameroonian girl. So we have been a marginalized and oppressed people for a long time. For more than 5 or 10 generations, we don't know marginalization and abuse. We don't know them in the hands of the Igbo. Today we know them in the hands of French Cameroon. So that marginalization don't be a thing we don't be embedded in we. And then within the context of that marginalization, they introduced now this concept of divided and rule way. They want to say graphene man be responsible for certain things the way they happen for Southwest, whereas them not true. Now, if political few where they do them for their personal agenda, a clear case, a clear case, 1 minute, a clear case that say, I know a lot of Southwest elites who
Mhm.
come out to push this narrative. But
Mhm.
on a certain day, all of them be there for a certain wedding where where one of their friend Ipikiwen and NorthWest speaking, he married Southwest speaking. That time they forget that they are talk with the talk. If you
Yeah.
look and find most of the people that they even talk about the anti-Northwest sentiments, some of them are married to Northwest girls, and some of them have kids with Northwest girls. But when they can stand up for public, they will
Mhm.
paint a picture like saying that graphene man might be the problem, which is not true. And I want next Southwest elites they stop this narrative, like say their lack of their disunity and their lack of development. Now, because graphene man make America not develop. I made
But
also understand say among Southwesterners, we are the most divided people, Southwesterners, we are the most divided people where we no one identify ourselves as a collective few.
other one where they talk me, I don't deny. I don't deny the fact that Southwesterners are very divided and all of these things. My problem is the rhetoric say Southwest they do this and this and this and this and this, and Northwesterners they need to do any of that. For me, that is not a thing. We have people on both sides who are actually pushing a narrative where it will benefit them. I'll get friends from Northwest where they tell me say now particular names in there for Northwest where they get this and this and that and that. And the way that names they work, they make sure say they bring a few people closer to them, and then they know very well. I'll take for instance, right? I can go so deep into this topic for level way. Now fight go come on.
Why not
Man,
be common? You know why? Because me I tell you say Sako,
yes.
the one thing where you don't kill what community. Now say a group of people don't live in fear. A group of people don't live in a group of people don't bully a group of other people then.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't live in a society where, okay, we just whisper in the background and we mumble our pain in the background. Time don't reach where we're supposed to address certain issues for clear the air. My daughter was born in Bamenda. My daughter was born in Bamenda.
Mm-hmm.
She benefits that she was born in Bamenda. And she should be proud of being born in Bamenda.
Yeah.
Not tell me tomorrow, so you want to look my piki ID card tomorrow, place of birth, Bamenda, then you start squeeze your face, say, you be Southwest man. You are not more Southwestern than my daughter was born in Bamenda.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. We need to cure this illness because it's an illness where you don't chop the very fabric of Cameroon. Even for French Cameroon side, them too, they complain about these divide and rule policies. But we will focus on our own, we the Southwesterners them, and we the Northwesterners them will focus on our own because our own be particular. Our own be particular because politically, institutionally, culturally, and even religiously, we are one people. The people of Northwest and Southwest are a block. There is nothing like
No, I'm Gibbet, I'll beg to differ. On that level, I don't think we should be talking about the people of Northwest and Southwest anymore. We should talk about Cameroonians.
Well,
I
I agree with you. Say
feel,
I don't always talk about Cameroonian, and I don't actually say
yes.
you are none of you is more Cameroonian than I am. I
No,
am one of I. Yes, I am one of those Cameroonians. And when Boko Haram is start, I visit the far north. I go Kuseri, I go
Yeah.
Mora, I go Gide, I go Mokolo, I go Yagwa. I give book them for Yagwa. I give water for uh, 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 um, for Mora for picking them. I do things them. But even till today, where the crisis where they affect my own community for Northwest and Southwest, I see wait with my eye open for see how many my brothers and from French Cameroon, the talk say, we are going to Nigeria to even give food to our brothers and sisters who are refugees.
I don't know if they don't do Zell and so small kind of thing them.
I live in Cameroon. I don't talk about Zell. I talk say me, I don't go there.
Say, guess what? We have people who are collecting money from here. I don't be for
Sako, please do not patronize me. I am telling you that bullets were flying up and down when you're going towards Gide. But I still went to the far north.
About you don't know any francophone, we don't do anything. Me, I
am particular about my position. I'm not doing politics here. I'm telling you that
even if I could do it,
if I could do it, right? If I could do it, you could do it.
Seminars of year we na anglophone di do am, but my friend they will get away na francophone, they sell money, they cash out money, or they give cash. You say you go Nigeria, go do this. Because any people they can announce or not mean say francophone they need support. And
we are not. When I went there, I did not announce. Sako, please. No, you're diverting you're trying to divert the conversation.
Let me talk.
Yeah,
that is where my problem is. My problem that the rhetoric say it's supposed to be about anglophone. It's supposed to be about It's supposed to be about
my post was particular about Southwest elites who are pushing an anti-Northwest sentiment, which is becoming too much.
We need to talk about your post for you. We get a different conversation.
Now
about your post. We need to talk about. You made the post that you made. I made my own. I made my own post, my own counter post, and then I decided, you know what? Let us talk about Southwest and Northwest. Is it a Southwest versus Northwest, or is it a Southwest and Northwest? And for me, you don't point out your situation, your position. You think it should be a Southwest and then the bigger community. But me, I feel like this whole palaver, we looking at it as Anglophones before the bigger community. That is where the problem starts. Because of 2016, now the umbrella that way, the people that they be starting, and the umbrella that they be hide under. Oh, we are Anglophones. This is a concern we have. But Bamilekes are marginalized. People from the north are marginalized. Almost every community for except the community in power be marginalized. So me, I feel like as a people, if we continue for the push the narrative of our small group, it not go only end for our small group. Now the reason why, even when you come for Anglophone Cameroon, there is a group of people who feel like no, now about we, it must be now about we Southwesterners. When you come for Southwesterners, oh, now about we Kumba picking them, now about we Kumba picking them. You come for Kumba picking them, oh, now about we Fiango picking them, or we Kumba Town picking them, which is a very wrong narrative. Me, I just feel like if we, moving forward, if we start looking more like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I be Kumba picking, I be Anglophone, I be bet. We should start looking for who married this. Because for me, that is the idea. I don't really care me who can be mayor of Kuma and this and that. So long as Kuma will get water, Kuma will get light, Kuma will get this and get that. I me okay with. The time when Kuma began first division, now Faiz be the president. One of the things the way you don't put Kuma football situation for Sawi day, I be before picking. My before people they wake up say, oh, you be president for Kuma team, so you be who? Give them back for we. Even though they don't give I'll call a nationality or not wait. They don't give tribe. They don't make it before. But they say no, you know be original before picking, give it what team. And then they take and they drop them. And that's today, PWG is nowhere. So for me, I will always put meritocracy over whether my tribe or any I laugh again.
because you support exactly the professionalism of the audit committee that came to Pamol and realized that the person who was at Pamol at that time, who was originally from Zian, was a thief. Yeah. And they sacked him to put somebody who's competent, not thinking whether he's from Northwest or somewhere, but he went out chanting the narrative of Graphi Poronka move me for replace me with the Graphi man.
Boss, what you're saying is so true. You understand?
Mhm.
But my
Yes.
question is, we are supposed to be making sure also say why this graphic man come. You understand? Did he actually start recruiting more of graphic people? Or
Okay. Now,
no, that was not a point. Now just an
no,
example.
it's a question. It's a question. It's a question. It's a question. It's a question within. It's a question within a statement. Though
Boss,
I want to. I want us to highlight that. I'm going to respond to that question.
because guess what? Now so they go cut na that small part another land, put out there say Sako don't talk say. My point I say when we put Paul Biya for Chie, and then Paul Biya the kuna ele e window them a window on a boom na beti on a window now see
I don't know me.
whatever thing it only kuna people they will really consider say it come na a family na a village people. The other question, and then people start complaining. We as Cameroonians, we as individuals, we get to find time also to say, you know what? The people that they complain, he actually correct or he wrong. He actually correct or he wrong. Show me 2 or 3 or 4 competent people where the man not recruit them, but go recruit incompetent people. Now one this, now two this, now two this. Oh, it means the complain people they make a correct. Now the same to they talk say, okay, if they don't put some man for some play because be competent, and then the people from that area they start to complain say, oh, it is only a brother. We have to look into that, and we get forget the system also where even the brother where you recruit and go talk say no, this way they do and so no fine. But do we have that in place, or the brother they just say, oh, because at the end of the day, me and you know say for come on the way come on the work now. Once your brother they on top tree, you got to chop black plum. Once your brother they on top tree, chop black plum. Is that rhetoric actually true? Or, for instance, there was a time when we had more Bakosi people who were teachers in Cameroon. Okay. Only for me for learn when I don't grow now because they began some certain minister at one point in time where we just open the door. There was a time when we had more Bakosi people from the Anglophone part of the country who were becoming police officers. Why? Because at one point in time, the person will be on top black plum, now the door that will be open for them. So my question now, if people they complain, will it be a good thing for me and you, even the people from the people that went at their brother they on top black plum, for actually look them and then call it out, say, hey, no, this way you do and so no fine. I'll give you a simple example. There was one Cameroonian artist from Southwest who made a statement. He put out just his opinion. Wait for ye, now my opinion, this it was just simple and this and that, but the team blow out. Like you talk, our brothers and sisters from the Northwest, they get that to me. I don't talk any day, anytime. I love and admire about them. They are family oriented. They are family oriented. But guess what? You not think sometimes if you be family oriented and it make you put some people over you, like because you be family oriented, you push meritocracy for corner. Decide, you know what, I will help not only my brothers. This guy put out a simple statement where even me, when I read them, I feel understand what he talk. But a bulk of people they come after ye. Guess what? I had a conversation with, I go for an inbox or travel tell say, hey bro, yeah, too, I understand you if you don't talk, but you know, say the man will understand and the way because they did for the position. Guess what? He tell me say, no, not even worry ahead. I don't even receive call from people from Northwest. You understand? Where they tell me, say, hey, we understand what you want to talk, but my brother next time put on so put on so. What I'm just trying to say is, it no matter how the situation be, may we all try to be honest at one particular time. May we all move that sentiment of, oh, because we get the numbers or because we there for position, we will bully the rest of the world. We will bully the rest of the people. Because that is the same thing our politicians are doing. That is the same thing our politicians are doing. You feel so you get the numbers, fine. Now he get power, he want to use them over on her. He get powers, he knows, okay, I will manipulate my people for things and so, and then I will get what I want them. Until we all from both sides, not only Northwest and Southwest, not only Anglophone and Francophone, if everyone start feel like, you know what, this thing should not be about play where I command my tribe, my this, my dad, my dad. Yeah, I get a tribe I command, I want the best for them and all of that. But when it comes to society, at least I be honest. For talk say no, these two when I do and for the man so not correct. Boss, I don't be for place where, because the good thing is me and you, just like if you do for some play where man say they want treat somebody, came man some kind of way, they want cheat on me. You go tell the people there, they say, no, I no do them. And even if they do them, you even call that Bamile, came and tell my brother, sorry, you, that my brother, they decide to cheat on you. You get that mentality, me, I get that mentality. And now the same will get the same people for Northwest, for Western region, for South, and all of that. Where they will tell you, say, Sako, you're actually going through this because you are not this. So you tell me, say, if some my brother from Northwest can tell me, say, Sako, where you remember that time I be tell you, say they want hire you for the project. I say, yes, say, you know, say they not hire you again because say they say, well, guess what, our brother way better more give the money than me. You know, the only happen now between Northwest and Southwest. It happen between Oroko and Bayangi. And even in between the Bayangi them, it happen between the Bisong the way they are only na I and the Bisong the way they are only na E. So what I just have to talk as a community, if we move past that, or I make this statement, or I make this, I do this thing because no say it go favor me and it go favor my people, and we start look at the bigger community, the larger community, because at the end of the day, we get crisis of Southwest today. We all the feel them because of that divisive mentality. Now they go to me at the
okay, Mark, come back.
Me at the conclusion, me at the push for more will move this whole idea of Anglophones. More start looking at us, we are humans, we are Cameroonians, we are Africans. And
Sako,
then fight forward because
Sako, the worst way go. Sako, the worst way to happen for people. Are people where they lie to themselves. And the worst way don't happen for Anglophone, then I say we'll get a group of, it will not become a group of people the way we don't believe our own lives. Cameroon will know where they like triangle. It be made up of two systems. More forget about tribes. More forget about who come out Northwest, who come out Southwest. It be made up of two systems. One francophone be a member of La Francophonie. One francophone be recognized and a member of the Commonwealth. One be affiliated as French Cameroon and one as English Cameroon. One get an educational system when the Anglo-Saxon educational system, one get the Francophone educational system. One, so if I could go on and on and on, one, they practice the civil law, one, they practice the common law. Those are the things the way they be institutional and they be politically defined. I don't care whether who do it, who not do it. As long as these structures them, they be properly introduced and they be properly defined and they are working. Everybody is accountable and everybody will be accountable and everybody will be held to account. If you cannot provide the services that is needed as a leader, as a mayor, as a parliamentarian, or whosoever you be. But for a group of people for feel say they get for come out publicly, start attacking another group of people as if not them be the problem in their communities, particularly Southwesterners who are proud to come out on so many occasions to say that their problems in their communities are caused by Northwesterners, or Northwesterners are the problems in their community. That is wrong.
Okay.
It's completely wrong.
Okay.
Now, let me finish. You talk so I leave you. No start.
No. So you already make
no
you already
start.
You
no
already
start.
Boss, you
no
already
start.
make the question I want to ask you. Name na be host. No, name ask you question.
But you know what? I'm finish. Leave me finish.
And I say because the thing I say if you go too long, I know if you ask you my question.
No, I never ask. I get only one last thing I want to talk before you come in.
Really wrong. Now because
you don't finish on my land.
Okay, finish.
Now it bring me back to the point where you make and say, when this man be moved this person for parmol because of incompetence and because of his thieving attitude, then put it with somebody else. He recruit other Northwesterners. The story is no. And not also forget say, when they be create parmol and they be create CDC, majority of the Southwesterners from the Bafo tribe, from the Bayangi tribe, from the Bakweria tribe are very lazy people who did not want to work in these plantations. They go outsource in the northwest region for people who could come to do the manual labor. And that's how Northwesterners, they flood into our communities, right into our villages. They not come there because they just come for can take over on our community. They come there because they will be invited for can work. And also our chiefs, they start giving land for them for farm where they fit get produce for the chop while they work with those companies.
One question.
Yeah, let's go.
You don't ever hear for any side say the Southwest man is a lazy man, the Southwest man, they only know for sell land, especially the Bakwe people and all of that. You don't ever hear them for any side.
It happens in every coastal region. Go to Lagos.
Boss.
It happens to every coastal region.
Anytime you want to explain that because you want to justify certain things. Boss, wait, I just try to talk now, say there is a problem, whether I like it or not.
Just like they are accusing the Bamile case that they are buying all the lands in Douala.
And that is the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
There is a problem. If I remember very well, I don't think so for time for what was the word that guy used, the governor guy, Cam no go or something.
Yeah, say Cam no go.
20 to 25 or maybe 30 years ago. You understand? Mm-hmm. If from that time he had that complaint, and in 2024 we still have some people complaining, then we got to go back to the drawing board.
He himself was governor of the Southwest. While he was governor of the Southwest, he did nothing productive in the Southwest while he was governor. While he was governor in the Southwest, even in his own community of the Manu people, he bullied down everybody. He did nothing to improve the lifestyle of the Manu people. So it boils down to what I'm saying, that these individuals,
people.
No, I'm saying, I'm breaking it down to you that while he was governor of the Southwest, who is an origin from the Southwest, he did nothing to benefit the Southwest region. Yeah. Even in his community where he's originated from, the Manu division.
About your community where he originated from, because
I am breaking it down to you that it has nothing to do with him coming up with a narrative or a slogan that Cam no go. That is what has even given. Okay, Cam no go, they must go. Did he bring development to the Southwest and Northwest?
Boss, you see the problem with get now the confusion. I say, I mean, the talks continue. You don't hijack me now, and if you even go to where what I was actually saying is, it is simple. If you come out today, you can't say, hey, I don't notice there is a few Anglo Southwesterners, especially the elites, who are pushing a narrative not because they actually believe for that narrative, but not because that narrative, they help them, keep them with the position where they did. It help them feed their family, make their money for go chop their girlfriend them. You have a point. We have to look into that. Now, the same way, me I tell you to say, if there is a particular group of elites, a few, where they push a particular narrative, and you realize that narrative actually work, it means that there is a concern. They not just wake up from anywhere, just to push a narrative. It's the same thing with 2016. This guy came up, his first political statement we make him, black people are lazy, Mexicans are rapists, these guys are blah, 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 boom. We all looked at him like he was mad. But guess what? There is a group of people, there was a group of people who they relate with what he was saying. Before you know it, he won the election. It only takes time for people to really go look and then understand, say, the other day I was doing a show on immigration and all of that. I concluded that show with one of the biggest mistakes I don't notice we immigrants that make them. We don't come over, so we don't come over because we don't carry for a country where laws in there and everything. We turn and we tell the people that they bond of here how they lazy, how they useless, how they careless. You take their girlfriend because you get money. You do any kind of chicken for them. Are we actually as a people thinking about if they be do now we so for like them? Place so come on, even so they be treat we, but not like them. So now for the way my argument day, your point be legit. You saying this, Ellis, and I believe you. I understand you. I know I'm saying it exists. But also, if now wouldn't the Ellis they manipulate them? Do these people they are manipulating? Are they actually suffering from? Me, I don't be for play way. They don't. Now, some person don't can write over here. Please, not all of us are lazy. I beg. I don't like this stuff. So that is the thing. When they want call we lazy, when they want call we, I never ever sell land. My family never ever sell land. And we don't even sell this land because we don't want to sell the land dream like every other person. No. Family don't sell and send picking for bush. He come back and help the rest of the family. Would he sell the land and Abuko get on and use them? You understand? What? Some people they take them, they insult another people. Wait, I just have a tongue and say we have a community of people where we find common ground. I beg you, not insult me say would they sell land because would they sell the land Abuko not get used for the land? We need money. You understand? You also not insult me say we become no go, will be this and that and that and that. The same way we return also say, we tell the Francophones, they say, hey, we back when I stop for calling Francophones. I've been talking to some person the other day. For so many years, we were angry they be calling Francophones.
Anglophone.
Today, Anglophones. For so many years, we be vexed they be calling Anglophones. This same people where they come say they want liberate we, they want free we. The tons are coming and you black like true or false.
Sako.
What is the difference? So me and the we get a problem where if we try to solve them collectively, instead of the fight to one solve as I need to deny so we will not get a root. We are Anglophones, whether I like or not, we'll continue to remain Anglophones. But there can be other way to solve the issue than for the look as oh no, we only solve it as from a place of we are Anglophones. Go ahead.
Sako, the person we can talk say we are not lazy. That's why I talk say we get a very funny way of looking at things. When I talk about from the creation of palm oil, I guess that person don't be born. Even me myself, I know we don't be born that time. And when were people then be denied for no go walk before they start talk say okay, men NorthWesterners they come because they can walk for those families. And Sako, you where you did for the way you should done for the. If you go today for your village, even from my village in Noko, there are so many guys who are from the Northwest who are doing cocoa farms in our community. They even can say can't do 2 party. So when they even can say go for the Anjagi, go borrow money, can buy what cousin, they were uncle, they are farmed and say, okay, give me the farm for 2 years more work, will pay you the amount of money. Why were uncle they sell the farm? They don't hold them at gunpoint for sell the farm. They sell the farm because they prefer for children for house, bring nimble, follow woman them, rather than for go for the cocoa farm, go work. Now, when these people they can start work now, they start make money for the community then. Then as money not only attract everybody, our sister they start fall in love with them. They decide to start marry our sister then for our own community then.
The narrative that is pushing the divide. That is exactly the narrative. I'll ask you some simple question, Gilbert. You got how many plot of land for Cameroon?
So
you got how many plot of land or how many piece of land? Like farmland, no be land for town.
One for my village.
You get one. Okay, the family where me are commode, we get more than a village. We get more than a village. And growing up, one of the things that my parents they tell me, now say, because at one point in time there was a back and forth we go on for Kumba. I asked my grandmama, say, why are we selling this? I don't even ask you. If you just explain for me the reason why okay, see me, I'm friends with this person, the reason why we give the person the land me work on and this and that. He tell me, say, we know if you work all the land we'll get them. You know if you get land with big like the whole Kumba. Because I'm actually from the Kumba family, the Ma Kumba, we know the Pa Kumba. We never use all the land. And one of the things they will be careful do, now for give people the way that they come, may they use them. Because as they worker, as they stay for day, when this wild animal, they lion and all of this, they hear they are sent or they see fire with their own light and all of that, which they happen, it move away. That will be the growth for Kumawa, they small. Time be the way they say, oh, they don't see lion for uptown. May no man not come out after 7 o'clock until they'll kill that lion. Oh, lion don't can chop some pie goat. So now the reason way around the Kumba vicinity, we get all the land, the people like Pandoki, that you know ye. Farmer from Sweden now, I see farmer. And if you walk all the land, they me one. There's only so much I can walk, I can handle. So I think give for my papa and Ngasas family. So I don't start call names. I think give some for the Ngasas family. We suited to stay to them for it die. Now so then they. I think for the Ngasas families where they be considered as strangers and all of that. Now, when they don't give the land and give the land and give the land and give the land, so one day they don't even sell them. So one day they just get and give them. So one day they be dash and dash them. And then they get to that place where they picking, they don't inherit the land. And then the turn start to cause some people, they asking are fighting. No. What I am saying is, at the end of the day, there is a problem. I need to talk say, now, or I need to talk say, Southwesterners or Southwest speaking them, they be perfect, or they don't do them correctly, or now they know. Then too, they get their own flaws. I don't be for play. I tell some person, say, hey, no, you cannot speak that about this group of people. Not be only Northwesterners, even Yaoundé people, even Western region people. My thing is, we have to come to that place where, guess what? Not about me, not about my tribe, not about my people, not about the bigger community. Because at the end of the day, I get brother there for Bamenda now so. I get brother there for Sangmelima. I get family way there for Northwest, for North. I get family way there for Germany. I get family all over. So if I push this narrative of not only about we, then a bad thing. That is why I agree with you on the at least the way they push the idea for Northwestern. Me they stop them. But my thing also I say, our people are supposed to sit and say, why be so for the past 30, 35, 40 years? There is a group of people who are also pushing the narrative that these people they can't do this, and it work. It work. Because if it never work, these people that they mislead we, they don't continue for the lead we. More just look them. More just pay attention to also. Eske not true. Eske not true. Give it what I like or not. Me and you, we they privy for Shidon for some kind of places when people from the other side they never Shidon. I don't be for play with people the whole conversation. I should also wrap my hand. I ask myself, say, are they actually talking about this person that I know or na someone I don't know him?
You see,
me and you fit tell and say, no, this way they talk and so wrong. But other people no go do them.
Sako, you know, there's something about our community today. We'll get a lot of followers. We'll get people the way, I think they just be blind by their own, by the noise where they see them on social media, the disadvantage of social media in our community. So when they hear say something, they come up, they just follow blindly. Enough it means say all they will go follow blindly. We'll not go follow blindly.
Mm-hmm.
There is no how have you give room for any politician for stand out my face tell me say the fact say the cocoa season where they go on now, cocoa don't climb to 7,000 francs and play what day today and not get up to 2 back cocoa way and for you don't make that 2 back cocoa for you don't give me like 7 million and not make that money because the opposite person where you work for across the river, across the Akaram River, because in a Northwest man way na he work for the automatically now because of me my own farm no produce cocoa. My farm not produce cocoa because I dey America, because I dey pay attention to other things and the family members who have the hope for them for look to that farm, they she don't for the because of laziness where you want look them, they go prefer them for quarter that they drink mimbo, they prefer them for quarter that they tonton, but these other people that they walk up one time go work, come back, can bring results. Our communities then today, they don't reach to that point where they go woke up, preferably go for church for evening, for go shout hallelujah, hallelujah. Then come back and blame a certain person, say, now that's set up because this certain people they don't come for community, they don't come bewitch our community now why that way they need to progress in either their farm work or education. They forget for another saying now they say they do them for themselves. Now we get to start tell our community and tell the younger generation, say, you have to work to earn. And that's the thing where we don't learn for America where people tend to find it offensive. Say if you come for America, stay for your brother house. I say, oh, Sako house. Sako na my brother and my friend. And then 2 months after Sako tell me, say, bro, you know if it be for you, me I dey go work, come back. You only day, you need do nothing, you only chop, you need sleep. No, you go start pay rent. Then you ask us, say, how money start paying rent never work? So no, it means say Sako did already tell you say, but go outside, you know. There are other things that if you do well, you don't necessarily need to forget donkey for work, you more hustle. So that the thing and that way you don't miss for our community them, where you don't make our brothers and sisters don't become too comfortable. And then you get a group of people that come where they be very, very ambitious and they are hungry. Then they decide, hey, we will do anything for survive. Versus people the way they believe say they be comfortable where when you turn, you come back, you get family one house where you get one room where you can climb on top the bed, sleeping, no get problem. You want come, mommy don't cook. This your own small pan for chop, keep and for corner cover and say na your own pan that you go chop. Versus the people the way they know say, if I no go here, go dig the place or go mold the block, I know get something where I go chop. So we are dealing with a lazy few over a lazy majority over a hungry few. Then now coming back to the land issue where you talk about majority of the land issues then today, should I continue?
No, when you go for too long, I don't even have a chance to ask a question on a particular subject you are
So
addressing.
that's why I wanted to stop. If it's something you want to say, then I can continue.
When you talk about another thing that why I really like more we schedule this session, more plan
Okay.
for Monday and then talk about them, because trust me, you just come over talk about like for instance Zef came, man read the comment, he said, but that's the fact. Southwest man go sell land. You see the problem? You say Southwest man go sell land. Instead of talk about a specific person, you global, you generalize them.
Yeah,
And
but
that is
at the end of the day, Sako, calm down. Sako, calm down. Don't be personal about some of these things
not
that we read
finish
down.
now. No. You need to understand.
You know that there's a lady, there's a certain lady in England. Sako, hold on. Sako, hold on.
No, man, make my
Sako,
point.
Sako.
Man, make my point finish. I beg. You don't kind of hear. He say that's a fact. Southwest man will sell land, but guess what? Maybe all Southwest man is sell land, and that is where the problem is. Now, for the problem is start the same way. This particular governor, if you want to talk, say maybe it began as a problem. Maybe not some man even takes a small thing or whatever. Instead of adjust the situation with the individual, it don't globalize them. Add a group of people say, oh, they must go because of whatever rhetoric we get them. Me and you go for a place where we get family, we get friends. If we start move that mentality of backward people, if you know so one backward man is sell land and you get whatever issue we go talk to the man is sell land. But you know if they talk say backward people, then are land sellers or Southwest and them. Every time we generalize them, it cause chaos, it cause problem. Every time we generalize it cause problem, it cause chaos. So me, I feel say better more say, okay, call Nasako. Nasako is a lazy man, it's completely different. Rather than we say, oh, Oroko people are lazy people. Whereas you don't even know maybe you work for some Oroko man. I want to address another person comment. That is the problem we have.
Okay, now let me come to that comment. The one thing where the person get also understand and say, not at the fault of the Southwest people say they come from the coastal land. And in every nation across the world, when you are from the coastal land, those in the interland want to come closer to the coastal land because business is mostly favoring the coastal area. That's why when you look inside America, most of the population, they don't till towards the coastal lines them. Inside the interland of the United States, some of the cities, they empty. Okay. Even those in the New York, as we talk about New Yorkers.
Allow you to talk. It probably push your narrative. But I will never do that. And I'm not even wasting my time. I did for
wait to happen.
Yeah. I did for challenge you where it thinking. May give you more explanation. May explain itself better. I don't know why when I say leave it may talk. I nobody leave it may talk. It don't express itself. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Go ahead, boss.
Okay, so when you look at even for the New York what they talk about today, the New Yorkers themselves, now the original New Yorkers from Bronx and from Manhattan, most of them they complain say, okay, they are not being favored, they are not being prioritized in New York because those ones that they don't come up from outer state, they don't come New York. They are the ones who are coming with money to buy real estate, to buy properties in certain area, and even buying properties the way they exist, way not the way than they stay. They demolish those properties and will erase better apartment condo than way they not even afford that. So that complaint will always cut across. You understand? Now, when you come for Southwest, same man talk about Manfi, I know we'll talk about other places. You go for Manfi today, there's a very big problem of land. Because every land for Manfi today, you go let say, so one can say prefectorial order, where SDO they just sign something, they go for some place, go take the land, whether that people their land or not people their family land or their farmland, they just cut them, they start sell them. Or the people there they work for, they will land and survey people there.
They sell them for people they work on the land, they will use and find them.
There is sell them for people the way they believe say, okay, the one can development. And then you want to talk plenty, the government will tell you, say, they don't even keep a particular land empty when development they come for town, they must exploit the land. Now you come to now with this thing about creating chiefs the way they need to exist in our communities. Now when they don't come, they cut a new layout. They say, okay, the new layout they want to give for Sako because Sako come out for the Kumebal way and the whole of the Kumebal way area. Now so they want time now Sako be chief. By the time they give that, they want you that 100 hectare of land. You not forget now money for follow the process of that chieftaincy process, may they give you the chieftaincy process before if you want to liquidate the land. So you go now for somebody who get the land. And most of the business people, the way they in our community, the way they get that liquidity are not origin of the Southwest or origin of the Kumebalu way or origin of Manu division or origin of a Nokun village.
Oh,
So I go.
Can I correct something? You are wrong. You are
Sako,
wrong.
let me finish. Sako, when make a finish now.
Somebody buy more land for do it to land where you already get land.
Listen first, no, Sako. Wait first.
Do it already get
when
land.
you talk about the reality on ground, you talk about speculation, Sako. Wait first. Somebody do this speculation like saying, now you like the Southwest past me. These are the reality. These are the reality. These are hold on. Sako, hold on. Sako, hold on. These are the realities on ground. Our peers go to business people, be it from the north.
I like Southwestern.
No, our peers go to business people. Some are from Northwest, some are from the West region, some are from other regions, and borrow money from them. In exchange, when I become chief, I will give you this hectare of land. And that's how they liquidate some of those lands. That's why you see and way today we'll get a lot of land problem the way they chief them. You come with motor, you exchange and take 1 hectare land because you don't want to walk around, say you get a big car. Those things are now education. And education because the people them in our community do not be educated. You go for my village, you go for Umojo subdivision. Now when me I go for Ministry of Land, I go there I say, we a Umojo picking that will not get land for Corner Lake. But a Bafo man can get 4 hectare land for Corner Lake. Now as I say, how it happened? Because I'm exposed, because I don't travel, and because I be informed, and I go back, go ask, I say, how it happened. You get a certain a Wondo man where he get 50 hectare land for my community where me, a Jagan Pikin, and not get up. How it happened? Because somebody come and manipulate the whole thing, he give you the land. Why? Because the person already be informed, say, across the river, they are going to create a free trade zone across the river where a border, a transit point between Cameroon and Nigeria where businesses are going to go on for the, he get that information, he can for that community, he can acquire that land because he hope say in the future, maybe one be in a hotel or one be in an apartment complex there for those places, but we not be get that information. So he take advantage of that information. Now, do I go now and start victimizing him that, oh, you're from the center region, you've come to my community and you own this parcel of land? No. And I want the Southwest people to stop victimizing the Northwest people as if they are the problems in our community or they brought problems in our community. We brought the problems in our community by ourselves.
I don't ask you a simple question.
Go ahead. Maybe I want to get that fine.
If you sell land for person, fine. Don't sell the land for the person. And then they pay. So the person get a right to take that land and they insult you and curse you and do whatever. Now a simple question.
Well, at the end of the day, like we talk, right? Like we talk. Not everybody who is living in our community.
If you answer yes or no, you go find my continue.
No.
Okay. And the thing that I try to tell you, say bottom line to my opinion. Bottom line to you, I try to talk. The fact say, for more than 35 years, there's a group of people who feel like these people they do with this, these people they do with this, these people they do with this. The same way you the talk as a Southwesterner, you talk say name other people who have a problem. We as a community, we need to sit and look into the whole thing. Are these people actually insulting?
Sako, you want push me now for that? You want push me for that? Call people that name them. And I guess some of your brother them way Sako. I guess some of your brother them way na parliamentarian them. When a senator them way. When a senator they went as Southwestern they deny for sell me particular land, they go sell the land for the same Northwest man we talk about. I know make a matter to call their name them because you know say me I not get patient.
Gilbert, you leave
and then they for social media and for newspaper every day they talk like saying that Northwest will be the problem.
You go leave a man finish.
Go ahead.
Gilbert, the bottom line for this whole thing, I say there is a problem. What are Southwesterners, what are Northwesterners will get problem. Like I don't talk. Even you, they don't cause
We've been manipulated. There's no problem. We are highly manipulated.
I thought you actually said there was a problem. The problem I say there's a few elite where they manipulate people for think this way. Is that not a problem?
Keyword manipulated. We are being manipulated.
And my point now say wait, they use now to manipulate. They use now not to manipulate people.
They use ignorance and hate for manipulate people.
Gilbert, you never ever hear the caution out those people say that they sell land.
My man, that story.
Just that story.
Yeah.
Say Southwest and lazy people for comment section. Is it fair to generalize because of one or two persons? Even if not,
I get for Sako, you're being sentimental.
Okay.
You're being sentimental. I want to understand. Say.
On the contrary, me, I feel like you are not even my
Sako, hold on. Maybe the sentimental word is not the right word.
No, Sako, because me, I feel like just go ahead.
Sako, we come from a community where our papa them they pride themselves saying when Sako grow, I want me Sako become a lawyer. When Gilbert grow, I want me become a medical doctor. When Mbole grow, I want Mbole become a physicist. When D1 grow, I want make it become a pilot. Now, they fall short from the grassroots developmental program where it concern farming, where it concern community building. And they focus on taking from the community to invest on their picking area. They go school for Yaoundé, for Douala, for Paris, for London, for America. Who they fill in the gap in the back for work for those farms and even understand the boundaries of those farms better than that one they don't go abroad. Now the NorthWest people, they will not employ them. May they work for a cocoa farm them. Now, in the course where you employ them, I concur with your statement, with what you present them. When in the course where you do them, you know if you talk to people that you work for your farm and then they die hungry. So you get that Kumba land. So you decide to cut a particular portion of land, say, when I farm for you so that when I feel get the one when I go to chop, while when I work. And out of that generosity where you give that land for them. Unfortunately, or fortunately, it's unfortunately and fortunately, because it's unfortunate for us, but fortunately for them, the Cameroon government can implement a law where it gives them the liberty for talk say, okay, after you don't exist for the particular land for the particular period.
You can read that comment.
And they still buy land for Southwest. Who they sell?
Do you think that is vindictive or that is just an opinion?
Well, that is a very vindictive statement.
When you say vindictive, is that provocative or
provocative? It's a very provocative statement.
So when I talk, you can actually look at it the way I look at it, and know it what they talk. When we get conversation,
Sako, you ask me a question. Sako, you ask me a question. Let me learn.
That way, if he right term,
let me learn.
If you talk about public, it says a lot about what if you talk for back. And like I told you, you understand? If we get elites for Southwest, the way they manipulate our people for they fuel our people with anger for hate our brothers from Northwest and Southwest. Not because the people then just be like they never do any. So some group of people, some group of Northwesterners, and they also they actually push on narrative way they elite them, they use them. That is all I will say.
I agree, Sako. I completely talk when I talk say be vindictive. Like now, you didn't make we the Southwesterners will feel like victims. Say, okay, we don't sell you land, and you didn't install we. No, I'm not talking to you, Sako. I'm talking to the guy who write that statement. That I talk to the guy who write that, to the gentleman who write that statement.
Okay.
Those are things and way they fuel anger. Because if you write and sow for plenty a day, I would tell you, say it's high time any man way he acquire land for Umojok subdivision way or chieftaincy, because for Umojok, now chiefs that give land, you need buy land. They cut land, you say, okay, take the land, start farm. You need buy land. So if you fuel that anger where people if you work go tell you, okay, leave for land, not farm again for year. Yes, that statement not correct. And you get primitive individual like that person where if you check the land we buy and I just for that kind 300 square meter, you know, buy some good number of land or good land in a good position. But you go make that noise, so you don't buy land. And if you check detailing, you know, if you get no land for Southwest. So those kind of things, then, if we easily look at like an overzealous person, where it didn't make that noise. Just like having to consider what political elites, some of them coming out and making this statement and say, pushing this anti-Northwest sentiment like they be overzealous. Understand my point, say, if our forefathers they will give other people from other tribes, even when the Bamilikes they be run the Makiza war, they come for our communities them. They will give them land there for farm. They give them land there for farm. They give them land. They even borrow them, farm them, for also do coffee and do cocoa, where if you generate the money. And then they become introduce the Njangi business, so we not get away. They go feel contribute money, get what the person buy B house. And in our community, so when they start build block house, the way we see the state of Carabot or mud block, and they say use them against we for insult we. They look more promising and more productive more than we. They install a mechanism where we work in their favor. We get to learn some of these things then, and we get to learn how to grow as a community for push some of these things then. There is no how any day in my life somebody will come between me and Sako. It will never happen. But I would also tell you to say, now we give room as our Westerners have talk say, because I disagree with Sako on a Sunday. On a Monday, somebody can whisper something for Sako here where he propel a form of hatred, disagreement, enmity between me and Sako. We Southwesterners would like to be that gullible. I would not be that gullible over time.
Can I ask you one last question?
Yes, sir.
You think say Southwesterners they be sell land because they be lazy or because they be welcoming? I'm talking about our forefathers.
Our forefathers never sold land. Point of correction. That's why we try for one expansion before you cut me. Our forefathers them, and I go talk from a community where me I come out. Majority of them in my Manu community, when they be forcefully bring migration into Africa, where you get communities where they leave their own communities for the fear of being kidnapped and sold for slavery. So when they can't seek refuge them in our communities when we can't seek refuge them in our communities and after the abolition of buying people and selling people, they be remain in their community or their descendants remain in our communities. They chief them and they title people them for our communities. They not be see the need or push them away. They start give them land them for farm. They don't sell the land. And when you become 5 generations in that community, where you even talk the country talk for that community, you don't become part of that community. They give you a land, say, okay, build a house. And in the course of time, because of the unity where they become grow up as a minority, they start develop entrepreneurial ideas for survival. They create Njangi. They create a process of trade by barter where you want to get one, give one plant, you want take cocoa for them for survive. And then with that, the start can become too comfortable where at a certain point you will read a comment like you want to say, I see buy land for Southwest, who the seller. And then it propel hate. The average Southwest man in the days of our forefathers.
Propel hate. So when you talk say what elites and actually use now statement where people like this one they make them for continue push the hate for community. I know what I'm talking about.
Yes, but I am also saying that these same elites, the way that they go around, they talk and the way that they preach anti-Northwest sentiment. Go closer to them, you realize that most of them even married Northwestern. They're picking a married Northwestern. Why they never tell their picking and they leave their wife the way than Northwestern answer? Why some of them never leave their own wife the way than Northwestern answer, vice versa? So you cannot come in public and chant an anti-Northwest sentiment, whereas you are married to a Northwesterner. Your child is married to a Northwesterner. The son of your friend is married to a Northwesterner. The daughter of your friend is married to a Northwesterner.
Now, about who are you talking?
I talk about our elites then.
At least they're not getting him.
Sako, you know, say you're not ready for that one because you plan for go Cameroon. So you know I'm push me for that direction.
Not tell us how the plan will go Cameroon. So one day
I
we
know say if you the plan for go Cameroon, must save you the stress.
next lion. He say be
Yeah.
amber. He say the
Yeah,
way
so you know, say now, so for Cameroon now, so the moment you start be objective and you start talking the truth, the next thing I say, they just call their friend name. Allô, mon commissaire. Oui, il y a un jeune homme là, il s'appelle Agbo Gilbert, il est avec Amba. Oui, le gars là, il est avec Amba. So if you look at our community today, we the Southwesterners, we are going through a process which is not favorable for an average Southwesterner because we are being abused by our politicians. We are being manipulated by our politicians. Our politicians are greedy, they are selfish, they are self-centered, and they are wicked. So based on that, the average, original, and indigenous Southwesterner feel bitter inside, not because we are a bitter people, but we are bitter people because we have wicked and greedy politicians away. They no one share the national cake. They go better, chief, they go better hold all the land and sell them for foreigners than they will sell them even for the Southwesterners.
That is even that one so not even bad, not still bad. Mr. Agbogibe will continue the conversation. I really wish we did already for we'll be so we'll do one 30 minutes. We don't do 1 hour 30. We don't do 1 hour 30 minutes, but it's
Sako, I want to first of all thank you a lot.
Now, I want to talk before you answer where they appraise them. It is important we have these conversations, and like I said, people like Gibe don't put me for place where I feel like we need for do them. When you do them again and again and again, and not only Gibe, Mabel Buma, is that her name?
Yeah, Sister Mabel.
Yeah, she is doing a lot.
I'm talking about Sister Mabel. Do you know that when I come out and I make some outings sometimes, Sister Mabel will call me. What you don't go do? Because you go for most NorthWest forum them. They will take my picture, go for day. Hey, city boy, he will do so. He will tell them, say, let me go first of all and read it.
Take a picture, go for Southwest forum them too.
They will take that. They'll go, my man, I don't see Southwest, but they coach me for the post I make them. You know, concern me. Because no channel, it ain't like how you do for some house, right? You be man way, you don't marry 2 women. And then the Mbanya way don't die. Now your own picking to do well for school. But you people understand, say, if picking to do well for school now, because when you're not picking come back from school, now when you send them, go carry water. Now when you tell them, say, cook chop. Now when you tell them, say, sweep house. And then they are own picking where you get them. You start pamper, go sleep. Go chop, go sleep. You need to get time for read. You need to get time for even learn how to cook chop. You finally go for marry house, 2 get picking, and 1 know how for clean, 1 know how for be humble, 1 know how for do things. Your own picking no love for she don't put your hands so. And then the driving come up for marry house. You start blame the other one, say no. They don't bewitch your daughter. Now the same way we would live for Southwest today. Would forget to understand, say the manner at which we don't construct our mindset as Southwesterners, it don't be to the disadvantage of us excelling as a people in a collective effort. It don't be to the disadvantage of we as a people developing and excelling. If today you go for Kumba, say 1 bill today, the people that will fight you for Kumba are about 4 people. But look round, they go better come for this of
you fight people, not talk.
Okay?
You fight people.
You the craze?
I tell you,
go find place you don't. Go find place you don't. You talk now, wait see. Oh, we na Kumba picking, you know, be more Kumba than me. I go school for Kumba too. But that said aside, when you look and find, even for Manu today, go read my post about Manu. I talk say there's not going to be another Agbotabi in Manu division. Because in my belief, I know say if Agbotabi be there alive, this crisis is not for hit Manu the way he hit Manu. If Rosabuno was still powerful in a political scene, like how she used to be, it will not be like this, because these are people the way, no matter how they will be for a mass for themselves.
Now, but Tabi be say come no go.
No, but Tabi no talk that kind of say. He's too civilized for that kind of statement. Those statements are made by people who are very primitive. Trust me. And those people that they come from a particular training process. You can't make such public statement if you are.
Give it. Now, the thing think that way me I be most concerned about nowadays. Like you talk, people don't marry people and they have beautiful relationship. The other day I did take some woman a picture in a massa Southwest and Northwest, 25 years already. Now they want to, I don't know if they do an anniversary or their wedding, but they look so happy and all of that. So that's why I keep saying maybe people move away from that collective, I don't know, generalization where one person do something, moja do some stupid thing, you just carry and qualify and say now the whole Bakuri, they know. Call moja out. The same way some person do something for Yaoundé, even this whole Pobia thing. I get Yaoundé friends the way they are so frustrated. Where Sako tell your people, no tell your people. I say, bro, no way no them have tell people them. They just know they say that Yaoundé people. And a very
Sako, you are saying something which is very, very vital. An average Anglophone or Southern Cameroonian has no problem with a citizen from French Cameroon.
No problem.
No problem. As Anglophone or as a Southern Cameroonian, we are concerned with the state policies the way it reduce we the Anglophone to second-class citizen. We not get problem with Francophone then. No matter how una look am, no matter how they don't try for twist and they don't try for make me look like say it's a problem against Francophones, it not work. Because we don't grow past that manipulation. Because if we stand for play all day today, as Cameroonians, we pride ourselves as Cameroonians. We pride ourselves as Cameroonians because our Cameroonianness it be stronger than the manipulation where they want push all there. And if Francophones they be standing up talk say no, this war should stop. If we don't stop,
give it. You go back to the same thing I talk about. Even we Northwest and Southwest and them. If you see your brother Northwest and they do something not correct, tell you outrightly say, hey, not the call people and say they sell land. No, all man they sell land. The same way
you there for you when me around. You there for you when me I talk. I call out a particular Northwesterner, and then in Northwest I go talk her. Oh, I'm attacking Northwesterners. You there for you me I don't call her Jovi, and I talk say most of the people running the blocks in Anglophone Cameroon are Northwesterners. Clementor, Fuge, maybe Boma. Most of them who have those voices on social media where they run some sound blogs. 237, Clarice, all them. But Jovi go attack Stanley Eno on every day. If the reverse was the case, was Jovi attacking Stanley Eno attacking Jovi when on Northwesterners. All Northwesterners they don't come for Stanley case. Say why you the attack our brother? But now when a Northwestern they attack Stanley Eno, all Northwestern they quiet, they didn't talk. But the day where a Southwestern go rise above for attack Jovi, you will see all them go come up for their quarter, then can't say no, you attack Northwestern.
The same to have talk. There is an issue, and the issue now say people that they put their personal relationship, their family ties over meritocracy and our community. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. See that comment where that person make them. How many people don't go right inbox or don't tell you, say, hey, my brother, and a very bad thing about top because that thing them, the fuel that hit, or the kind of statement they want to make another one, where that politician they use them for divide we. We can be honest with ourselves. I get my brother them, noticing and they tell me, say, hey, Sako, do what we do a national correct. Tell me, say, hey, Sako, that couple where and so, I know where I'm going again for that place. Now, country cap that way, na so. If we not stand for educate each other, we not stand for tell each other the truth. Yeah, now true saying their papa will sell you land because they be hungry and all of that. It not give you right to insult them. The same way.
No person was Southwest on sell land because he be hungry. And I will tell you again.
Example again. I don't give an example. But they claim today say when I sell the land and I'm gonna be hungry.
My big papa buy land for Bamenda, from Gomgang. He be house for Bamenda.
That is the same thing with my big papa.
As well as my big papa, at this tomorrow I talk say the people from Gomgang they sell land for big papa because they were lazy.
That is so wrong.
But that is not true because my big papa be the work of marketing board for Bamenda, and over time he decides okay, I get a wife when a Bamenda woman, I don't want picking for my B house. And I will tell you, my childhood friend, the chief of a Umojob, Chief Jakita, he was born in Bamenda. And the papa built for Bamenda. So he gets so many families, and that way they build for Bamenda. So that narrative where this individual can write them, so he can write them, you can tell that this is one primitive individual where he not even know what way all trances he create in the community. But he go ahead do them regardless. He don't care. And those are some of the things the way if a Northwest or if Northwestern as a see and somebody made that kind of statement, if you come on and say, bro, you see this way you make us so
That is
now
wrong.
very bad outing. You don't make statements like that. And I don't give you a clear example, say, call a Northwestern and out for which we don't do it be wrong. All Northwesterners will come to support him, which is wrong, which is completely wrong. And we'll get for also understand, say, you can call a Southwesterner out, say, Sako, this thing that you're doing is wrong. And also, Western, I tell Sako, say you're wrong, not because Sako is from Southwest.
No.
Vice versa. We are a people, we are a community, we have a lot in common. We should stop this narrative, this agenda where they push our way. It seems like a particular group of people now then be the problem. Francophones are not the problems in Cameroon. Anglophones are not the problems in Cameroon. We have a system, a governmental system, a state apparatus where it don't fail in the work in the favor of the people, and where they get for she don't have for reconstruct how Cameroon will go forward for meet its glory, for actually for Cameroonians and for achieve success. Why it be say in certain areas then we need to progress. Do we even you will come on Dian for that play we did? Well, when I talk say now when I get oil, now when I get sonara, oil come up on Dian. Do you know how many barrel comes out of the crude oil where they move for an area? You don't know.
I will know. Now my brother be director general for Sonara.
At the end of the day, no Anglophone not be director general for Sonara to the best of my knowledge for a very long time. So you get to understand, say, even for a very long time, no Anglophone not be SDO for Limbe. For a very long time, no Anglophone not be governor for Southwest. For a very long time, those things are in different dimensions. But the reality I say, we are living in a country where there's no accountability. We are living in a country where a lot has failed in terms of state institutional apparatus. Make somebody not come chant he hates on the Northwest people then and convince my generation so we'll get to hate Northwesterners and because of Northwesterners we need to progress as a people. I will not encourage that.
Very true. I will not encourage that, and I will not encourage people like that person who made that comment. Don't go provoke people.
That's why I call him an uncivilized person. He's a primitive person.
You don't talk. That man not primitive. Now say before everyone just show your own one joke for day.
Well, I get person who have the talk here about in Northwestern. He tell me, you come to Boya, I build a house.
Yeah.
I go the day I go see the house. Sako, Mr. I need to talk me again. I don't should not be quiet. And I have empty vessels that they make the highest noise.
No, I think say that person may probably just put that comment for I don't know, for one just I don't know. But trust me, now things are like that, they continue for fuel, whatever it happen. The one thing where they know, I say the same way when they should want to places them, on a whole small donga them on how on do things them. Southwestern them or Western region people or I don't know, Douala people or whatever, then today they should for their own donga them. So more would just be cautious, say if you want to start a fight, that fight no go burn the house, you'll burn every other person in the house. But we will build a community where any person will come up for any side. I strongly believe, say, any person get right for Cameroon, for come up for any kind of side, buy land for any kind of side, use them the way we want use them. Do any kind of thing you want do them. I have so many people are doing, and the one thing that me are glad say I grow me for Kumba. Because for a very long time, for Kumba, you hardly hear see the man about Mileke, the man at this, the man at that. Now very few people they know say Kumba people na about 4 people. Sometimes not only you know. Because of a Kumba, from the idea that always been I say, if you even get to a level at one point in time, they start accuse Chief, say maybe Chief Nabamena man, because the way he over be open to welcoming people, maybe if papa or whatever. But that is just the thing. And that's so me I grow.
That thing not only for our different communities them. To the best of my knowledge, we as Anglophones, if I should say it like that, or we as Africans, we have been a very accommodative community. So come and tell you something. The first time then when road the bad way, the past way for come Manfe go Bamenda. So that when I sleep for like for 2 days. Would you work at it sometimes for some village inside Northwest? That's why after I don't pass with the kum, when I go for day, when I go tap out and say, well, we don't come, our motor don't spoil for or our motor don't tight, or the way make daybreak, they give una water, una wash. they show that people wanna sleep.
Sleep.
They don't
Yeah.
really care whether we Southwest or na Bayangi people. They just treat we say we human being them. From there, we'll
And
call the next day. We'll continue.
keep
The
it.
thing when I tell you, na say, Sako, the hatred we don't grow among Anglophone them. It be highly championed by the political class.
Mm-hmm.
The hatred where it is today, because for a person like me, I go see tell you, say, wait way it unite Northwesterners and Southwesterners be bigger than wait way divided.
That's
That's
true.
me talking. And wait way it unite Africans, it be stronger than wait way it divide them. But that notwithstanding, for me for cross Mfum, enter Ecom, where at the Ejagan Pekin, as an origin where they born for Cameroon, I will show a Cameroonian passport. But I still get cousins them across the border for Bendege, for Ekang, for Ecom, when I Ejagan, my papa, my grandpapa come on for that very area. But as I be identified as a Cameroonian, I will show a Cameroonian passport for cross. Not that me I put that border, not that me I put that law. So it come back to Cameroon where we talk say we are one people, but we are a people of two different subsystems. And those subsystems they must be implemented to the core for allow Cameroon to meet its potential. We cannot be a Cameroon where one Cameroon is dominating the other Cameroon.
Can we talk about Southwestern and be welcoming like Northwestern? But that's not true. I remember very well. My few months I spent at Bamenda, it was wonderful. It was really really wonderful. Generally, I think say people be welcoming, especially depending on your attitude. And even when we sit for here and talk about some I don't even know if that guy and Northwestern now. So Northwestern and they come out for maybe say some certain things. Trust me, sometimes the beach Southwestern and until they provoke them. Because you never want to say, you never say good and the whole group. So at one point in time, the person will don't say
I guess on field 419 and Sunday we tell me something say if you come for Southwest, now people that from Northwest they make the highest development. I say you don't make any development. You're just somebody where if you summon the courage to become a 419, where you get the courage for thief person in money, do what you want to do. And most of us will not get that mind for one go thief for can create what you call na development. So yes, with me, when you push that kind of rhetoric and they attack you as a person, I need to go generalize and say, oh no, West people they do this. And there's a statement where we make on that time where Njala Kwan Junior be the get a problem. Now come, I write a statement say, Njala, be careful of that guy from the Northwest. Northwestern they take oh, you've called a person name. I said, I'm not calling anybody's name. Be careful of that guy. Be careful of that guy for Northwestern. My statement. I didn't say those guys, and I didn't say those Northwestern, and I said be careful of that guy from Northwest. So it means an individual be mention him.
Yeah.
And Northwesterners they get to get out of that cocoon of hypocrisy where by the time you mention Northwest, all they feel attacked. No. You can say Bayangi people, but as long as you're going towards a particular Bayangi man, you know, concern me. We'll get bad Bayangi people then. We'll get bad Ejagan people then. We'll get bad Southwesterners then. If you go after that particular Southwest man, you know, concern me. We'll get bad Anglophone, we get bad Cameroonians then. We'll get good Francophone then. And I will tell you, Sakose, of all the people the way they don't advocate for a positive solution to this Anglophone crisis, ironically, are Francophones, where they genuinely believe say that she don't down for talking problem. Anglophones, the way they in position of power, where they benefit from the system, they contrary any form of dialogue out of this crisis. They believe say now wait the way they talk now be law. Now the truth that. So I not fit victimize every Francophone. And I know people talk say Francophones are bad people because within the crisis, I don't see Francophones the way they don't stand up or speak the truth, and I don't see Anglophones the way they stand in favor of a lie because they want to protect their own personal agenda. Their self-centeredness be primary against the interests of people. They forget to understand say we'll get 75,000 refugees from Nigeria. They forget to understand say more than 8,000 people don't be killed during this crisis for 8 years. But since affect their picking the way they did for Yaoundé, they did for Douala, they don't send them abroad They will tell you say there's no Anglophone problem. They'll tell you say Anglophone, the people that they fight they decrease. But go down to the grassroots as a leader, because you are made a senator from Manu because to speak the aspirations of the people. You are made a parliamentarian from a Umojok to speak the aspiration of the people. Go back and understand what your people really want, and go back to the National Assembly to talk. When SDF talk, say make the Shidong talk about the Anglophone problem for the National Assembly. The same Anglophone they were there for the ruling party, they shouldn't quiet. None of them not stand for talk, say yes, they need for talk the problem. So self-centeredness and greed of the Anglophone elite, it don't be an instrument of divide. And so Southwesterners don't take them particularly for make and maybe like saying Northwesterners with a problem. We get for saying no to an anti-Northwest sentiment. We get to say no to the division of Southwest and Northwest people. We get to say no to any form of stigmatization of xenophobia statements against the Northwesterners, against the Southwesterners, against the Francophones, or against any Cameroonian in general. So on that note, me, I agree with you, say, we'll go for top Cameroonian. But we'll go for also agree, say, Cameroon is made up of two people, two status. One is Francophone, one is Anglophone, one is Anglo-Saxon, one is Francophone. With that, me, I not get me problem. Do I want Cameroon to separate? I don't want Cameroon to separate. But do I want to remain a second-class citizen in a country I call my own? No, I don't want to be a second-class citizen. So the Anglophone crisis will only be resolved through a proper political settlement. If not based on the fact, say, some man will tell we say, oh, they don't want any form of state between Northwest and Southwest people. That's your business. But at the end of the day, you as a Southwest elite, where you chant that narrative. What have you done in the community to empower the Southwesterners?
Maybe do 30 minutes. Maybe people there's some more open line.
Go ahead.
Man, it laugh.
I didn't laugh. I did with you for here today because.
Okay, the lines will be open for any person you want call and make a small contribution. I beg, I hope say any man want call, you don't at least don't follow the conversation even for 5 minutes. And then yeah, any person you want call, go ahead and call. The lines will be open. So like my brother Gilbert he talk. We all there for one Cameroon, not just one Cameroon. We want a better life for all man. And if we will start as building the Anglophone community and then moving to Cameroon and then moving to Africa, it's a beautiful thing. It's a good thing. More stop for blame others for our predicaments. Me Toronto grammar. That grammar go away.
Yeah, our suffering.
More stop for blame others for whatever thing we go through, and then
our suffering.
Yeah, maybe also stop for provoke people because you think you're far better off. Back in the days, that governor in Haiti asked you something.
You know, concern me.
Yeah, if you know, you say there was a very comfortable place. We are Southwesterners. We own the lands, we own the farms, and all of that. Now, whether be the run that up, the tides don't turn. Now, some other people then have some play with. Then today, they feel like okay, we are better off and all of that. So, not take advantage. Say be better off today for provoke people.
You the people need to call again. They send me open line and then you call again.
I don't open line. I wait na call. So for any person you want call na phone number that for day, you can go ahead and call and make your small contribution. If you call me for WhatsApp, if you call me for WhatsApp, if you're in America, if you call me direct and then make your small contribution. By the way, shout out to everyone who was watching. And the guy will give a don't tear to have. Won't understand you say be the one just. You want just drag one leg.
He's cloud chasing.
The topic be sensitive for way, bro. You want to be careful with. Okay, we get one caller. Hello.
Hello, Mola Sako.
Yeah, Baba, saluto.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, you there online and everyone hear you give it the hear you make a small contribution, my brother.
Yeah, Prince Gilbert, good evening and greetings to everyone.
Good evening, Mola.
Yeah, I want to just put my own small contribution. This topic is really interesting and way to go that they do, I appreciate them. Might just go quick on it. when Prince just the talk, it don't really affect the community. I feel to say I'll be victim, like it's a Western away sometime, when we do our politicians, they do like how we talk about come no go. People, they bring other kind of words them because of their own anger, or they get some personal issues, some person from NorthWest, and then they just stigmatize them generally for everybody, call people come no go, that kind of thing, graphy. So sometimes we look some people then from that side, they say, na bad people, but time where I go school for NorthWest, and not feel like you, around that 2004, then 2005, them, I not ever experienced some place of Cameroon, be welcoming, like
very true.
Terry Monday, Bamenda,
Very true.
Bambili. I go me for that place, go chop sute, carry chop, come back. You understand? So at times, some people, them Southwest, they never visit Northwest, they face that kind of thing. Them. Where people from Manu, very welcoming. You see Northwest people, they work farm. You understand? But with the people, very welcoming. But politicians, they don't help for brainwash the Anglophone community with their greed. And it's high time any Anglophone person they listen to this your program them, me try for pick one or two lane. Say Northwest man not be some problem. If some man get bad fashion, that man get bad fashion. More not generalize them.
Yeah.
If I know Southwest people when are very, very bad people. I'm a Southwesterner. And Francophone they not be a problem. I get good friends from West region where they don't help me in critical situation with my own Anglophone brother, they center me. You understand? So the political elite, they don't really do a lot of harm for we as a Cameroonian. And like Prince Agbo Gilbert rightly put on, the system where the government, the system of governance for Cameroon is really, really sad. It's not helping matters. All the problems are just some silly greed and people that ego. Now you don't put me for this stage. If some of our brothers they fight some people that I read online comments, some people they call them uneducated, crazy, and this. My brother, if you put person for a tight corner, he must react, and you know if you blame me.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But not mean say that person when they react never ever get love or you just will call react. So
very true.
You understand now? Yeah, so we must find a common ground as Cameroonian, and I really appreciate the way Prince Agbo Gilbert it speak without fear and call a spade a spade. It helps some people then for think. It don't talk this thing plenty time, but some people then they attack it left and right because truth is bitter.
This kid want to get
so man not talk plenty, you don't cry about time. But I want to talk with any man where they listen, me they know say we Cameroonians and we love ourselves. Be it Anglophone, be it Francophone, be it somebody from Bamenda or Southwest, we love ourselves. So if someone get bad fashion, me keep them for himself. And we know say our government is the prime, if they don't catch Steve Man, I be the prime suspect. These political elites, especially the one that was Southwest, are very bad people. I'm a Southwesterner, I'll talk them. They work past the Northwesterners. Because they see them out. That way they don't talk this inside parliament. They see them out, the one for the ruling party in particular. So would they pray me do this kind of thing all the time so that if you enlighten people, because this kind of platform, you don't know what this platform they do. This platform they heal people, this platform they educate people, and this platform, if you go a long way for make we will come back together, because as you see a program of building community, this is already a community. So my end here, another person feel call. I really appreciate you now, Prince Agbo. God bless you, Mr. Sako Mola. May God bless all and bless Cameroon. We pray for the better.
Yeah, Baba, thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Mola.
Thank you very much.
You see, Sako, when I talk, say Sako, thank you very much for this platform. You say, "Ma, stop or shower you praises." This platform now a very beautiful opportunity for people to understand the limitations and way we put them for ourselves.
Give a call ourselves for coaching.
those limitations that they come because of the manipulation of our politician. Me wait first. Are they here before you?
Now caller, how you see me with caller? Me no
But
get for.
the two I think talk now, so if you enable you for do an intervention.
No, I beg. Na me. I don't pick the call. I know even. I know my boy.
Mola, welcome. Oh, sorry, don't say that's all there for the platform. Would he talk? Would he look? Would he joke? Would he laugh? Would he joke? Would he laugh?
No, no problem. I first of all want to thank Prince for always doing this analysis. You really keep us energized, and you really give us from an honesty standpoint all the happenings the way they happen from home, especially some of whenever they're home for a while. So I just want to say thank you for your time. It's highly appreciated and it be recognized.
Thank you,
But I
brother.
just want to throw my own small, yes, Papa. I want to just throw my own small contribution for this topic. Number one, somebody like me, where they born me for Bamenda, but I be Bamileke, I face some kind of stigmatization.
Wow.
When I went to the University of Boya, right?
Wow.
I'll tell you a very small thing. When I did leave for go UB, my remake go buy my cocoa and all those things. And sometime I want to go some funny thing happen. Remy give me na some foul. Put inside King just say, "Ma go reach this some auntie for Boya." I carry inside my honest mind, and but me the man don't really care. For example, like it's food, like na tradition. I hold that foul inside Kenya from my 17. I walk her. I never get I want to save my small. I don't really get taxi money.
Yeah.
As I climb for Malingo, so they laugh me saute. I can't graduate for UB.
Wow.
And you know why they laugh me?
No.
That Bamenda man.
Wow.
So that term say Bamenda. And that's
Yeah.
a term where it don't affect a lot of people. And
Yeah.
it don't bring people their self-esteem too
Down.
low. And I think say the problem within Southwest man, the problem now, the people them for French Cameroon or the Francophone them, I use that word, where they try to divide and rule. They try to put Southwest man closer to them against Anglophone man for some political reasons. Then for history, I don't want to go against. I don't want to talk about them right now because this is not that platform. So, and I think that they succeed. Where instead for somebody for Boya for see me like a brother, more work together, they rather mingle better with someone from Douala. University where they from our department, it be polarized by all a French speaker them, and they did rather mingle and get along with the Southwest people them. They flex, they get star. Somebody for Bamenda, it be so intimate, it be intimidated because of Le Bamenda. But right now, God don't bless we through music, through movie. I don't see a lot of collaboration them through social media. People from Bamenda don't be highly empowered. Look at the likes of the Mr. Leo, these not people that not talent the way even though the Southwest they grow, they don't lend and that confidence would feel like we be uplifted. And thank God for diaspora, all the events they want to organize, I might see when they blend, Anglophones and comedians and most of them come up from the Northwest, be grounded in the Southwest. So I think it's a very good topic this when I don't just elevate some of our self-esteem. And I want to thank you so much for this topic. And I want to extend this to all our ladies and from the Northwest listening to this. You are uplifted, you're beautiful. Keep carrying your cocoa, cooking your achu, carrying your flasks, and go visiting your boyfriends. That is the culture, okay? Dress like a lady, put on your long gown, your Bamenda culture clothes, just like our Southwest beautiful ladies in Maxwell. Now my own small contribution that I get on for top, Papa. Thank you. Napitili Bota.
No, Baba, thank you very much, man. We'll go for talk. I want more. She don't say talk about that event we'll be doing for Austin, so we'll find time.
No problem, Papa. Thank you.
So okay, maybe I come in here.
Give a major 2 seconds. I beg. He talks on two way. It really be important. I think Give don't even mention them. That palaver coach people. Back in the days, people be do we don't talk about that governor for people be do because they feel say they live for some place. Guess what? It's easy for some man like now for don't grow, and then they look at some group of people some kind way, thinking say okay, but then we get to move from that place off because it's a one francophone man be coach me, or some 2 or 3 francophone people be coach me, and then I just feel this way about francophone people. Because it's on one Bamenda man be do this, I just feel this way about Bamenda people or Southwestern, or we really get to move away from that place of okay, that man be don't hurt you, now that man be hurt you. look past that man will hurt you, embrace the bigger community and do it if you do more just continue go ahead, boss.
You don't talk something for you. We stick out of ignorance. A lot of people or the fear of your excellence, it actually intimidate other people.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I be a typical Ejaga man.
Mm-hmm.
I dress few weeks ago. I dress in my Ejagam regalia, in my Ekpe regalia. I don't wear my traditional cap. I get a picture where I post them for Facebook, where I should also office.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't wear my white shirt. And for that white shirt, I tie my black wrapper. I stand for front Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
I wait some person, me can take some package. I see a group of francophone them. They work at they enter inside that building. They don't wear their suit them. I want some person say, that's a killer be a man. Then as I talk of phone, the other one say, aka, les anglophones, ils sont toujours comme ça.
By the way, have you made some quick correction? Libota talk about les Bamenda. Les Bamenda didn't mean Bamenda people, mean anglophones them.
Yeah, now it was les anglophones, ils sont comme ça.
Yeah.
But now,
all we anglophones them.
But now, when me I come out for dinner for go Prime Minister office, everybody will see me as I work at the camp. Loved my attire.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this guy where he work at Prime Minister's office, he run can and say he want take a picture of me so that he want make the do it the same outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you look at him, you can see somebody where he actually appreciate what is good. To an ignorant person where he dress in a suit where now a British attire, not even an original Cameroonian attire. Particularly if he be Betty or he be Fang or he be Bulu, not even their own cultural way. But he prefer to identify himself saying if you don't wear suit and tie, he be better off than me. If me I wear the suit and tie stand up for a corner, enough even buy the one I go wear. But he talk out of sheer ignorance. And those things that don't happen with we, and it don't propel a lot of frustration and a lot of fear. Now, we're there for that position for our life as Anglophones them, for appreciate excellence. That is why when he mentioned Leo, he mentioned the comedian then. We promote Mr. Leo, Magasco, Salatier, Daphne. We sing their song. One of my favorite songs now, the remix of Abby Picking for Bamenda, even though I like the original one, but I like the second one. Bamenda People, Woyo, by Mazimano. When you listen them, you go understand, say, now we are beginning to pay attention to excellence. We are no longer mediocre. We are gradually fading, pushing away that mediocre idea. When you talk about Eru today for America, even when you enter when you land for airport, you enter. Actually, do you have food in your bag? You said yes. I have vegetable. They say which one? Eru. Because even the American immigration policy knows say every Cameroonian way go Cameroon come back in will bring Eru. So it don't become an identity. Same like today, when they see you wear Togo, they just identify you as a Cameroonian. You don't become an identity. So gradually, those things the way they be feel say that they use and therefore ridicule we as a people who don't emerge in excellence in how would we present ourselves. That is why you comfortably see somebody like Mebe Buma pushing the Togo brand. You see Shasha them where they design clothes them with a Togo fabric and a good host of others. And we pride ourselves when we wear those dresses them, we work for street. So if you say, I see there for that level where some man will pass over tell me say, "Tu es anglophone," my man, I did wash you for day. One time, I need to leave me you bend corner. And most of these, you see, there's a mistake. The francophone feeling entitled or the superiority where they feel say they get them now as a result of fear of our potential and excellence, our taste for quality. It make them for feel call with le Bamenda, le Biafra. They don't call we all kinds of things, but we are still standing. We are still standing because we also understand that we are dealing with a group of ignorant, primitive individuals who come out to make those statements. But every civilized francophone will not even call you Le Bamenda. He will not. He will talk to you with respect. And especially when you see me in my traditional regalia, why would you be mocking at me and saying, ah, les anglophones sont comme ça? But a true francophone will look at me and say, oh, chef, bonjour. Now so he will address me.
Oh, I beg some person don't put some comment where I like the comment and I like the way he phrase them. You see the way he put that, it says some medical doctor from Maryland, he write the person name, coach on NorthWest and say graphic kunyams. They hate with this woman, blah 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 blah. And that is how it's supposed to be. Be specific. Not just carry and say, oh, because you know sin as and you start running sin so sad. That is not true. The same thing be applicable also for people from NorthWest.
I know that name. Forget about that woman. That's a cloud chasing individual. I don't get nothing for offer. Forget about that woman, master. That because now they kind of people them. So that one we can talk say they see by land. Make noise of, she's making noise on social media. I don't see some of the outings them. He try to want to go back for Cameroon because even here in America, who know he want to go back for Cameroon, go chase relevance. So when you see people like that, they are just people they be miserable. You know, say Mola when I finish, did my brother way write the post. You can also understand say America don't push a lot of people the way out of because they be excited for America. People don't know how depressed and miserable they are inside their houses and with their titles are doctors, engineers, and this. Most of them are very unhappy individuals. Another lady, I don't see that lady. He come out, they talk nonsense always on social media, making it look like, oh, na graphic people na be the problem. What has she done in her community? I think she's also from Manu. What he don't do for Manu? What he Papa do for Manu? What he family don't do for Manu? That particular lady way write her name. I know her. I read some of her rubbish where he can write her. If Cameroon be there, the way the thing say Cameroon be, because even when you post say Cameroon road the bad, you can attack you. If what did you do for America? If you doctor, no, why not go Cameroon go open clinic? If Nigerians when I colleague the when I age group, then they don't go Nigeria go open clinic. They don't go Kenya go open clinic. They don't go Botswana, Tanzania go open clinic. What did you see high for America they do? So when people like that they come on social media, can they make noise so they chase cloud? When I know they even pay attention to people like that because she has nothing to offer. And such individuals, if they get the mind, let them come on to read. Let us hold a debate about why it will crush a group of people. Why it will crush NorthWesterners in that regard. Southwesterners have always been very generous. NorthWesterners have always been very generous. Even when we be there at Southern Cameroon, a lot of people will blame Foncha. Say Foncha will give the Bamilekezem land them for develop in Anglophone Cameroon. They say, oh, Foncha they do it because Foncha na Bamileke man. You don't hear those statements then. You understand? But that is not true. We have always been a very accommodative people.
For me, about what the person talk, the only thing I'm talking, I say, number one, I like the way you word them. You actually single out the person, you are specific, you call his name, and that is what we should do because every time you generalize them for Southwestern, that particular kind of person go ever glad. You understand? You not put over head, you put over the whole.
Man, forget about that woman. If he really like himself, he for maintaining real color.
I feel like
the
very first thing that the way you put them will point it out. We all the same way you call it out, give it, don't call it out. If I see Sunday, I'll call it out. But another thing we'll go for understand also, we need for really go see, understand, because some of the people them, I don't know, they are just ignorant or something. We need for giddy people them platform. Come for here, can't tell you where to be a problem. Can't answer our question them. So that kind of person, when I know that, if first you don't write me name, I'll go look it up, send an invitation, say, hey, come on. Can't tell you where to be a problem. Wait till people then do you. Now, see some man be take on and some boy break your heart or now wait because it was different level. One when I broke heart. Now so people know one catch Bayangi boy them. They say they
yeah, Bayangi, they say Bayangi boy that he broke heart and then they say I contribute a conto.
When I saw probably so one or two Bayangi boy don't broke heart.
You know how many Bayangi get around tell me for my face say, sir, me and not marry me my country boy. Wait till we do now.
Wait till yap.
Wait till we do now. If you look and find, I don't go visit houses them where you see Bangi man marry Bangi woman and you see them loving themselves.
Yeah.
Kostako, How many of us didn't talk country talk who are picking them for us?
Yep.
Because we don't go married some girl when surely it's some another for he come on surely South America. You need to understand the jargon. So based on that, if you want to talk the jargon for house, nobody here. So I be forced. We'll not get that culture like Igbo then way. From the day where you start meet up this girl, you carry go Igbo meeting them, you more learn how to take country talk. Now, so me, I don't talk with other manualism and particularly what achieves them. The necessity for start talk country talk for picking them. We need for revamp Manucultural Week. Whether Manucultural Week, whether Amber the fight, when I give we that week where we will come for village, we should don't for the picking they know their uncle, them know their family member, them reach up, go for community village. Because if you not take care, you see you don't boy a picking from America.
Yeah.
Sako,
Will disappear.
the moment where you know they alive again, your family lineage don't lost.
Yeah.
That picking they no go ever go Kumba. They no go ever go Jikumebal way for even no say now for your grandpapa they come out. Talk less of even expressing themselves for country talk. We're picking they need to even talk pidgin. Talk less of even talking country talk. Because we feel say this will don't bring them for Western well. No, we'll get for start revisit our roots.
I think we're there for boss. We're there for 3 hours, 30 minutes. I think we'll kill him.
All right. Any other call they all going.
Yeah, if any call day while you conclude, we'll take them. But if not, I think we had a beautiful conversation. You want to conclude?
Yeah, I want to conclude by saying there's a very dark cloud hovering over the Northwesterners and the Southwesterners. That dark cloud is not biblical. It's not based on genetics. It's not based on our culture or our religion affiliations. It's based on the manipulation of a few who are just greedy and selfish.
Mm-hmm.
So no Northwesterner should see a Southwesterner as a rival or as an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
No Southwesterner should see a Northwesterner as a stumbling block to their progress and to their development.
Mm-hmm.
Arrogance of a few Northwesterners should be curbed, just like the arrogance of the few Southwesterners should be curbed. As Cameroonians, we should learn to love each other. We should learn to be tolerant. We should learn to speak the truth and speak peace. Cameroon is in a very fragile state, and Cameroon is in a very desperate position in need of unity and social cohesion.
Mm-hmm. I think
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, Mola Sako.
Are you again?
Now me again. I want to trade more talk before una close.
Okay.
Prince Agbo. Yeah. I want to just talk to this particular program where you make us ready today. It be very inspiring and it help for educate a lot. No way to read this particular program they go through for people's lives. So I'll plead with you. So me try for to make this program often, even if you feel find some day, whether not the same kind day for the make the program, so that other people them they come and people they listen. Because I don't lie you see their platform, not look about the see some people they watch, they comment, then they like, but they watch. Thousands of people they watch this program. It's very educative. You understand? And wait to where when I don't discuss today, very, very pleased. I did talk so because I was a victim of insulting the Northwest people. I've insulted Northwest people for long.
Wow.
Before I can't realize where I don't get my child, I can't realize, say, hey, I was kind of stupid so.
Yeah.
And since then, I start speak out. I remember a case where I'll be there for Yaoundé, I'll go make some document inside some office. Some girl come when an Anglophone girl, you know, nothing for French, but me, I feel express myself for French for some level, at least 65%. So the way the phone woman, I show a window, that girl show email for you, some small take the woman trans say me they get come up here this just talk for that girl start crying, that girl come out right for Bamenda side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even with that woman the top. So I look the see past me, I shift come for corner, ask my sister narrative. He say get document this and that. I look at myself and say na some one stamp no day for that woman for every explain am for you gently when I work like civil service for talk for the girl say no, this thing they say not correct, get for go for this place, be them put you this come back. He just throw the thing because he just hit anglophone. My brother, I know we and now for that I can realize say we anglophone will get for the speak out with both anyway because we be Cameroonian will not change our one. I holla that woman for French. I see her inside they talk French. I they talk French and then I talk good English and they talk pidgin. She feel threatened. I tell say day for years so you know who I be. I just cut man the cut man now. Me I be dressed fine. I just cut here. I tell say, do you know where I am? That means I talk for you for French. I holla. I say there now for serve the public. No, now for you for can they make the thing. I say how we the other colleague for corner come say no, monsieur come to her with that. I say no. They don't know side the girl come out. People will come out different thousands of kilometers on the year. If things they begin to work for the provincial capitals, then wait till man they can't find a year. They take that girl document and so they just arrest her go. If she don't quiet Mola, now so that girl for go with pains and tears in her eyes, like that. You understand? So we Anglophone they know the fear when man talk French. You know the French now some commanding tone. You understand? English be polite, French be like arrogant. When man they talk but when the person understand French, you know say how the man the job bluff. You wise?
Yeah.
So I really appreciate and Prince Agbo Gibet, I like the way you do things it encourage people because you need to sugarcoat nothing. You call a spade a spade. So I really thank her and I appreciate what I do and make this program, Mola, keep up. You are doing a lot for the community. I see you talk about community all the time. You don't know what you are doing. You are saving souls. You understand? Tomorrow I might not be there. Other people go still come. You understand?
Yeah.
So I'll just say I thank you and I wish you the best and all Cameroonians.
Okay. Baba, thank you very much. I like one way do I don't know give if you pay attention. Confessing say it will don't be part of that group of people they be insult NorthWest and them. That is part of the healing. That is part of us actually building a better community. You get for be able to come out, can talk and say, hey, meet up with the duam. And then now I need the duam anymore. And then really stop them. And then when you get a chance also, go out there and preach. Go out there and talk to them. Now, why do I talk? Say we all, not until we concern we all. Now one person start with the other side. And these politicians, they manipulate we now because they know very well, say, okay, maybe it's a small mistake there for some place. They just take advantage, blow them out. But we get for be cautious. We get for no, okay, no. And if you do you never tell me I go disrespect the man for no reason. You never tell me yeah, papa with all this say the goat. Why would you hold the rope? Leave the rope to me go. You understand? We all get to be able to accept say, okay, this what you do, and so you know fine. Me are the triggered man, now so are the triggered person, now so the other person the trigger me. We'll move away from that place. We have a beautiful community. We have a very, very fine community because almost every other person in Nigeria, almost we all will get brother or sister we married some person from NorthWest or from Southwest. We'll get this and that. We don't already build we don't already weave some community where it was difficult for you for break up. It not even be possible. We don't even find common ground. Amen. Make amen. By the way, Gibbet, you'll find out where you apologize on behalf of how they call Ashuweti. We be talking that rubbish. You now you he didn't enough. Yeah.
What we ask you?
The governor might be talking that rubbish. You
No, I know if see my tell you something. God has some very wonderful thing. That's one very wonderful person. The one I say a lot of people need to listen and a lot of people need to pay attention. Some of us were privileged. I mean, Tico. I remember when all we go stand up for Tico runabout. Oh, yes, Foncha them and Muna them. They don't go for United Nations, they don't come back. They can't march with their flag. People they stand out corner road, they wave who planted them. That's all wrong color all stone them for the same way that they will go for garage and go carry carbide.
Carbide.
Yeah, we don't can paint stone them black and white for Tiko and Abasto Likumba. Where Foncha they can pass go Boya from Douala. And vividly well, I can remember when Mola Dipoko talk say any Southern Cameroonian will try for victimize any other Southern Cameroonian will end up in a very miserable path. This individual way he called NorthWest and come no go. Ask people that they stay for Boya how he be end the day. Now so life day. Karma is here. Hellfire is here. Where you do good, people will praise you. You do bad, people go vomit you. Now so it be. So me, I need to apologize for no man. You wait where you sow and wait till you go reap. If you're a good president, you live a beautiful nation, you live a prosperous nation, and you live a prosperous economy. If you're a bad president, you live a poor nation, you live a dilapidated nation with very angry and poor people.
And
if
then
you're a good parent,
you speak the car, you go Switzerland.
if you're a good parent, you train your kids, and when the kids they grow, they'll reciprocate by loving you and taking care of you. So how you make your bed, now so you will sleep on top. And not if carry the sins of another man, and not if encourage any man for punish another man for sins the way not committed. As a Southern Cameroonian, as an Anglophone, as a Cameroonian or citizen, I am responsible to love every Cameroonian. I am responsible to speak the truth in favor of every Cameroonian. I am responsible to protect the social cultural identity of the Cameroonian people. Currently, there's a problem that is affecting the Anglophone Cameroon that I have been advocating since 2016, the necessity to dialogue. The only solution to the Anglophone problem can come from a frank and inclusive dialogue. Arresting people, killing people, locking up people will not solve the Anglophone problem. People chanting hate against NorthWest people will not end the Anglophone problem. People trying to create division between Anglophone and Francophones will not end the Anglophone problem. Cameroon is a unique country with two subsystems. It's a beautiful country that we need to collectively protect and make sure that we can all prosper so our children can benefit from a nation that we've properly built.
There's a statement that president, but thank you again very, very much.
That's why you put on post, you highlight some post and move on. I will talk with you.
Zef Nkem, she said something beautiful. If anything they will take home today, our take home from tonight's topic is that what unite Anglophone is greater than what divides us. Let love and unity be in our DNA, and then that's in our Kamon plenty. And me, I believe say that's the way we're supposed to think. We think as Anglophones, but then we expand to Cameroonians, because at the end of the day, we are not looking to. It's not about us. I don't think so. All the investment we give the make and just about ye, now about living a better community for the picking day to come tomorrow. And that picking day to come tomorrow, you don't know who to marry them. Maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 generations after ye, all your family will decide to the one married in a Francophone, or the one go marry for Nigeria. It could do anything. More move like my sister talk. I hope say na woman. Like my sister talk, more move anything we will trigger some person for do something negative and continue for push positive ideas. Gibe don't insist more pay attention to our leaders, our elites. That is so true. For the past 42 years, I don't think say you get even 2 or 3 of them where they actually worry about the community. We'll get a few of them where they care about the community small if you do 1 or 2 things them. But the most of them, now people the way it's about how to fill their pockets and all of that. And when they see any place where they feel cause divide, and that they know very well say that divide will continue to keep them for power, they'll do unhappily. More continue for share love, more continue for educate the community, and more continue for get conversations like this. So person one more do the show again for weekend. say more do on weekend, but I don't know if I'll really be available for weekend because I travel tomorrow, come back on Tuesday morning. If you're there available for weekend, if you find time though, maybe Saturday or Saturday be possible. Yeah, Saturday or Sunday. You know what? Today now already Friday. When if you do Saturday, yeah, volume don't go give it.
If we do Sunday, it's not a problem. It's not a
Yeah,
problem.
do Sunday.
Yeah, we need to cure our community. We need a lot of effort for cure our community. This thing not run too deep. Too deep. A lot of people they don't believe say Southwest man not get nothing for do Northwest man. You get a lot of people that don't push that narrative. No. We get for cure them. It's a disease that needs to be cured. Yeah, it's a bad seed that has been planted in our community. And these evil satanic people, the way that they push this narrative, they need to stop them. Because they themselves, they are doing nothing to empower even Sako and myself, who is a Southwestern and who is trying his or her best to push for a better Cameroon.
Maybe like them, and then you start do better for the rest of them. They will never do anything. But
Even it be like them how for the age for they now so nobody reach age of be senator them and parliamentarian them. They did it for come up for them.
Now the chair will talk say they no want time because you probably can't think that their position.
People there for the thing they happen for you. Boy, look Swaziland, look Namibia, look Zambia. See the young entrepreneurs that they can bring up for United Nations. But look what you always see that people there they just shit down for this so they need even to think.
You don't talk fine,
I beg, master. Now than that.
Man, guys, thank you very, very much for the conversation. And like I said in the beginning, it's always going to be heated because these are very, very sensitive topics. These are very, very difficult topics. These are very, very difficult conversations. But we cannot move past these if we don't have these conversations. People will continue for the live with bitterness inside them. When I hear that other call, I'm a brother Libota. It carry foul. Where if you just can't kinja na because mommy give say, hey, go get for the person for town. They laugh about and the whole university. Imagine, even as a person where you don't read books, you don't learn, you don't probably change yourself. You go continue for the push that kind of mentality. So we get the conversation in that because say I want proof for you so over no, or give a one proof for you say your opinion must really no. We need to get this conversation. It can be a heated debate. It can even insults can even fly, but at the end of the day, we'll come out with something where go help our community get better. Thank you very much. When I keep on our eyes on Thursday, we'll decide when we'll do the next segment. But I think so we'll do on Sunday because I travel tomorrow for come back on Tuesday. But I think so we do on for Saturday. I go thank you very, very much. There's more to it. I've got to thank everyone. If I want to call every person you watch, man, the list go long. But thank you now. TMRC, you just came in. Sandrine, you were always there. I see my brother Chichi. Man, more just Zeph Nkem get in there. And the funniest thing is people who this is people who reason like Bogibet can never be allowed to take a leadership role. It's difficult for them to take leadership role because people like we are not involved. We need to one put ourselves for day. You understand? It will be a collective thing. We all get to that place where we know say, okay, I know for vote, I go vote, and all of that. We are involved for the whole process. What are you doing, Cameroon, or you doing out of Cameroon? We get involved with self completely for the process, and then we vote the right leaders. But if you go look at how many people they vote, would you do the live now? How many people they watch? Would they get a conversation like this? How many people will share them? How many people they even want to put out their opinion? How many people want even comment their opinion? These people we don't manipulate you for some place where we don't want even talk. At the time I said today when I put out the flyer, I say I will talk about Southwest and Northwest or Southwest versus Northwest. So many people reach out to me, say, Sako, don't talk about that. No talk about them. Oh, people go unfollow your page. Oh, people go block you. Oh, people go hate you. But meanwhile, I know me, I'm going to share my ideas. I'm going to talk. And once I put that out, I never ever get plan for bring Gibet on. I mean, no, so I'll just talk about these things. And then maybe the next seminar I'll bring you. He say, hey, I say, he say one come on. That is the thing. We're supposed to have these conversations. until we start pour out the two the meme and the vex, the two the meme and the koji man, the two them and the meme and the koji man. When we start talk about these things, then you start to say, oh, it means that guy will be laughing that day, so you need to be fine. It means that two will be doing. So if you look like saying as so small, you don't even forget. But that man don't keep him for your heart. Now we each don't be for precision of power. If you like, you know what, have you pressed the people them? But even the mindset will get forget that, will get for completely change the mindset. That person will be cost you. They were just ignorant and they don't even know what they do. They are just stupid. Sometimes they're not even there for year. Do you imagine the governor man will be call people say, come no go. He probably not even there alive anymore. But then some man the way they see hate some group of people because there's some man from down a tribe, we don't cause we say come no go. We all now a collective effort. No, not only about me, not only about you, no, not about they, not about us. Now about we all actually making intentional effort for better with community, because the worst thing we want to do, the one thing we no want to do, now for leave a community where we're picking, then go continue in this hate, in this division, in these things the way they don't even know anything about. Yeah, picking will go for some place for go find work, or you go for some place to disrespect you because of the way a great grandpapa be do them. Maybe a fine thing. Yeah, picking will go for some place for go do something, they'll lock door for you. Because of which way a great grandpapa be doing, be fine thing. More fine way fix her now, and then we'll move forward. Thank you very much for this session. Man, it was wonderful. I thought I was going to do 1 hour. Finally, we don't do 4 hours. This is crazy. This is what happens when a group of people who care about their community come together to discuss. And it's more to it that we get about today. When I just continue for watch out, we'll get so many other things going on Toride. But on Sunday, we'll see try to talk about this particular topic. See how we fix them.